Gonzalez. Third base side. Gonzalez actually got out of the box.
You're here today because you are one of my favorite people to talk about a lot of football concepts as well as
3 hits for Boise thus far here in the second inning.
If you're a pitcher, it's tough to see that lead go, but if you can get out of here without much more damage than that, really, that is not a bad inning at all.
Pitch on its way, ground ball up the middle. Navigado has it, though, behind the second base bag. He flips to Fisher covering second base, and that will be the end of the inning. 4-6 fielder's choice brings the top half of the second to a close. Boise scores twice, though. Tie ball game, 5-5. Headed to the bottom half of the second on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
Are you interested in learning about and getting involved with the Poverello Center's homeless outreach team? The Poverello Center is inviting 100 community members to join them Saturday, June 19th, from noon till 2 p.m. at Ogren Park for the first ever picnic for the POV. Lunch is provided at this free event where you can learn about the impact that the homeless outreach team is making on a daily basis and how you can join in. Sign up for Picnic for the POV online today at poverellocenter.org.
Baseball is back, and the Missoula Paddleheads season is in full swing. The Garden City has long loved its minor league baseball team, and now Missoula's squad is back with a new mascot, new logo, and a new independent league format. So get out and catch a baseball game. Grab a ticket for you or surprise a group of friends at GoPaddleheads.com. And if you can't make the game, tune in to 102.9 ESPN Radio for all the live play-by-play action this summer. Graduation is a once-in-a-lifetime milestone for both students and their families. RP Ellis has just the memento to commemorate your students' accomplishments and your own. RP Ellis is the only jeweler in Missoula to display the Rolex crown, a Rolex timepiece for your valedictorian, or a piece of beautiful gemstone jewelry for them to cherish as they adventure into the next chapter of their life, or a heartfelt gift for the parent who helped you raise such a good kid. RP Ellis Fine Jewelry has the perfect gift.
Away from your radio? Stream Paddlehead Baseball live on 102.9 ESPN.com. Now back to the ballpark.
And SWX Montana. Paddleheads baseball tie game at 5-5. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on SWX Montana and ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM. Right back to the action here in Missoula. Lots of offense in the early going, 5-5 our score. Batter will be Cameron Thompson leading things off.
While we're at it, let's just give a quick shout out to our camera crew, Jack, Jackson, Posey, Gwen. I mean, we're only in the bottom half of the second inning, but they've done a great job leading into this inning. They really are part of the glue that brings this awesome broadcast together.
First pitch breaking ball to Thompson. A called strike on the inside. Obviously, I appreciate all the help from the fantastic crew here at SWX as well. 0-1 pitch is a swing and a ball. Fouled off to the right. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Thompson got on base, scored a run in his first at-bat, professional at-bat. Mention his numbers at Kansas State, where he has played from 2017 through 2021. Must have been an interesting time to be a college baseball player, considering last 2 years, pandemic years.
Yeah.
It's the 0-2 pitch missed inside. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Probably felt a lot more normal this season than it did last year.
I'm just curious, since he got the stats pulled up, how many stolen bases did he have while he was in school?
Stolen bases, total he had 52, which is quite a few for a college career. He had 10 stolen bases his senior year. The most stolen bases he had in the season was in 2019, or 2018 rather. He had 16 stolen bases. It's definitely a decent speed. And potentially gives Michael Schlack an extra bat at third base. We've seen third base be a little bit of a revolving door this season. Not in a bad way. We've seen Sam Troyer over there. Jay Hayes has seen time at third. Zach Almond has appeared at third this season.
Jay Hayes, he's fun. I love Jay Hayes. He's been fun to talk to this year.
It definitely is one of the more personable guys in the clubhouse, I would say. 2-2 pitch is skied foul territory. Galindo giving it a look on the third base side, and it will be in the seats. And look at that. Nice catch on the ricochet.
I love it. I love it.
Now, there's your reward. Making a nice catch.
You get a ball and you're on TV. And the folks on the radio, if you're in the car, wherever you are cheering you on right now.
Yeah, the ball, you couldn't see it on the radio side. It kind of ricocheted off one of the chairs, and it went right to the glove of a little one who made the catch. And it was a clean catch.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, I know it's early, but I think he's my player of the game, Jeff. I don't know about you.
I mean, he's definitely a gamer. That's for sure. Anybody that brings his glove to the yard, in my opinion, you get a tip of the cap. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, might be a future paddlehead. You never know.
TV side just got a glimpse of it as well on the third base side. There is a brand new set of seats in the first row on the third base side. They're kind of calling it the third base club level. Seats are available for $25 a piece. You get a peek at them there. And look at the setup.
Beautiful.
You're in the first row. You got your cold beverage. Baseball right in front of you. Doesn't get much better than that. As Thompson skies one to left field. Should be playable out there as it finally will come down, and it is for Harris, who puts it away for out number one. Thompson retired. Sets it up for Luke Navigato.
Yeah, Luke Navigato kind of had a shaky start in the infield in the first inning, but we've seen some really clean plays from him since then, including the final out of the inning in the top of the second. Batting-wise, he's been doing pretty well, too, both this season and the previous years against the Hawks and today.
First pitch to Navigato, a breaking ball. Called strike on the inside. Navigato must have not been looking for a curveball there. That one looked like a good pitch to hit right at the belt on the inside part of the plate. Pitch on the way, 0-1 as a fastball dips down below the knees for ball one. Even count, tie ball game, 5-5 your score. We are in the bottom half of the second inning. Beautiful night in western Montana. 1-1 pitch is a line drive right to the glove of Sanchez, who slides and throws to first. Nice play by Ricardo Sanchez at second base to retire Navigato.
Yeah, look at that little spin from Sanchez. He got the ball, kind of spun around with a little 360 in the dirt, and didn't matter, just threw from the ground as he got up. That was really nice. That's harder than it looks.
As we look at the replay, Sanchez, see here that little pirouette, as you were mentioning there, makes the accurate throw and records the out. As here's Nick Gatewood. He takes the ball outside. 1-0 the count. Nick Gatewood, ball game is 0 for 1. Waiting an upright stance from the left side. The 1-0 pitch, fastball runs away from him. Count now is 2 balls and no strikes. Good answer from Boise. Competing the first couple innings, I was curious to see how they were going to look coming into tonight, considering the thumping they took at Memorial Stadium to begin this week. 2-0 pitch is off the plate. Count is 3 balls and no strikes. Especially considering both of these teams probably a little bit tired right now coming off that road trip after the game last night. Gatewood in the driver's seat, 3-0, and he will let this one go by for ball 4. An easy take, a fastball that is well too high.
How are you feeling after that trip? You were part of that journey. How do you feel right now?
Running on adrenaline, baby. That's the way it goes.
That's the beer batter right there, and I feel you, my friend. That is why we love the game.
And I do like the interesting twist on the beer batter. Like I mentioned, you're used to rooting for a guy to strike out when he's the beer batter. But in this instance, with the hot-hitting Almond, as long as he gets a hit, he's going to make the folks happy again. It's already made them happy once, and there's
make it twice
in the right center field. This one's going to go all the way to the wall. Gatewood racing around third. They're going to wave him around. There will be no play at the plate. Gatewood scores easily, and there's another RBI for Zach Allman. 2 for 2 in the ball game, and he gives the Paddleheads the lead at 6-5.
A one-pitch pounder. He's 2 for 2 today, and we're only in the second inning. First you got the beer batter, now you got that, and those lines are going to start getting long again. I'm sure we'll get a shot of that in a second, but man, Zach Allman. I was saying earlier, he might look like a nut living up to his last name, but I talked to Michael Schlack before the game, and he was saying, as you see that nice long hit there, he was telling me that he's actually very, very, really very calm at the plate. He's a Southern boy, as you saw there from Richmond, Florida. He's got that charm. He's just laid back, and boy, oh boy, does that show there. He keeps getting hit as a beer batter. He'll have a pretty big fan club if he doesn't have one already.
Well, yeah, I would say that he's already favorite, as he was a member of the Osprey, as we're honoring the Osprey legacy tonight. He was with the Osprey in 2019, was Allman, as there's a swing and a line drive. Left center field. This one is going to get to the wall. Aaron Bonds striding into second base. He's got a double. Scoring from second is Allman. And it's more offensive production for the Paddleheads. It is an 8-5 lead.
First the Almond Joy, and then the 007 from Mr. Bond. That is killer.
It's actually most misspoke. It is now 7-5. Wasn't a math major in college. Give me a little bit of break here.
It's okay, neither was I. I took calculus in high school, but I did that so I wouldn't have to take math in college because I am not good at it.
Neither am I, and quite honestly, I didn't make it to calculus myself, but hey, bare minimum, baby. Here's Jared Akins. Left-handed batter, he swings and misses at the first pitch, and he had a rip at it, came up empty. Count is 0-1. Offensive production just continues for Missoula, as it did over that 3-game stretch at Memorial Stadium. A 1 delivery inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Lyons is still hitting them with that fastball that we've seen thus far, but I don't know, it seems like it's kind of lost some velocity after he got banged up in the first inning, and you see those back-to-back hits that he's given up. It really seems like he's lost a touch.
And also, you look at it, the Paddleheads also have had a chance to see him once through the order. Maybe the hitters also making some adjustments. Not that they needed to adjust too much, that they scored 5 runs in the first inning, 2 here in the second. Chance to score more with runner on second base to Bond. 2 gone in the second inning. Pitch missing down below the knees. Count 3 balls and 1 strike.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you mentioned earlier with that series that was in Boise this week, the run differential was 52-16, right?
Correct.
Wow. And that only adds on to it as we're seeing right now.
Count is 3-1. Good hitters count for Akins with first base open in this spot. Pitch on its way. Fastball not even close. Ball 4. No action going in the bullpen down the right field line, and that's one thing to look at as well. With Missoula scoring so many runs, the Hawks have had to use a ton of pitchers out of their bullpen this week. There were 2 games in that series where there was more than 3 relievers that came out of the bullpen. A few of those extended relief appearances. So that bullpen's got to be running pretty low on energy.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, not only does that wear out your arm, but when you're already on a road trip where you're pitching at home and then going on the road, like, that's just going to suck more life out of you, especially if you're not only physically worn out, but I mean mentally, that'll get to you. Really, for some people, that can get to you.
Looking at the other side, Zach, same thing would be true. Or I should say the opposite would be true for Missoula, as their bullpen very well rested. Andrew Bash, the right-hander, started the week, 8 innings pitched, a fantastic outing. 5 innings from Andy Tolkien and Domingo Pena as well the next 2 nights. They both picked up wins for their efforts on the mound.
They did. That's right. Pena now with 2 wins on the year.
Tolkien also 2 wins on the season. Both of them 2-0 at this point in the year. With Dean Navarez in the box, count is 0-2. Runners on at first and second. Pair runs in for Missoula, who regains the lead, scores 7-5. See if Navarez can adjust now, behind in the count 0-2. Bond at second base, Akins at first, pitch on the way, fastball, misses high. And that's one thing I've noticed from Lines, is he is elevated with that fastball quite a bit, and not in a good way. Where you've seen a lot of fastballs miss well high, where I feel like either one of us could stand in the box and take it for a ball.
And it's almost like if it really seems like each ball is sizzling, it's not really landing in the right spot either.
As Navarez laces one into left field, a base hit, that's going to lead to another run. Aaron Bond coming around from third and scoring. Score is now 8-5. I said earlier that it was 8-5 by mistake. I guess I was just getting ahead of myself as Missoula adds another run on in this inning.
You got the invisible magic ball, I should say. You can foresee the future, man. I'll take your word for it. Hey, just look at that. I mean, that ball was right down the middle, and Navarez was just waiting for it. He was patient, and good things come to those who wait.
RBI for Navarez was number 9 on the season, as Brandon Riley will be the batter. It looks like the Hawks are kind of waiting around for something on the field. Almost looks like they were expecting somebody to come out to the mound in that spot, as there was this little lull with Riley standing out of the box, and the catcher Gonzalez kind of came onto the field. Was expecting Gary Van Tol to come out, but he never did. Here's the first pitch to Riley, who swings and hits one fair down the left field line. Base hit. One run comes in to score. The throw will go to third. Navarez safe there. Into second base is Brandon Riley with an RBI base hit, and adds to the lead. It's 9-5.
That's a killer defensive move if you're Vladimir Galindo, because the ball either touched his glove or was just inches off his glove. And if he gets that, that could easily not only be an out, but a great play for an out. And instead, it's just another RBI for Missoula.
5 runs in the first inning and 4 here in the second. Lead is 4 for Missoula now at 9-5. Back to the top of the order now with Clay Fisher batting with runners on at second and third. Pitch on its way, breaking ball, misses down low for ball 1. Not a bad curveball.
Yeah, he's kind of pulled out an off-speed pitch from his repertoire, but it's just nothing's really sticking for him right now, especially in this inning.
1-0 on the way, swing and a ball fouled off to the right. Count even at 1-1 as it heads over to the Blackfoot party deck. There would be a way to get the party started. Here comes a foul ball right into your backyard. Count 1 ball, 1 strike count.
That's how you get the party started, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. That would be a way. Here comes a hard ball. 1-1. Pitch to Fisher. Swing and a miss. That off-speed pitch tied him up. He was way out in front of it. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And get a look at the Osprey unis. Sleeveless uniforms. Definitely a little bit of a different look there. You don't see the sleeveless look a whole lot. But I do like the trim, the white and black trim. Kind of a classic look. Pitch on its way, 1-2. Check swing, ball missing off the plate. Count 2 ball, 2 strikes. Uniform was kind of a interesting subject in that 3-game series over in Boise. They were rocking the tie-dye unis all week long. That's the third alternate that they have of their normal uniforms. They have their white and green pinstripe uniforms, the black Zootown uniforms, and the tie-dye uniforms. And they got 3 wins in them, so hey, good vibes going in the tie-dye.
Maybe 3-0 wearing a different combination? It's not bad.
As Fisher, frustrated, swinging and missing through that fastball on the inside part of the plate, and that is how the second inning will conclude. Missoula with 4 runs in the half frame, though, they lead 9-5. headed to the top half of the third inning on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM, and SWX, Montana.
Baseball is back, and the Missoula Paddleheads season is in full swing. The Garden City has long loved its minor league baseball team, and now Missoula's squad is back with a new mascot, new logo, and a new independent league format. So get out and catch a baseball game. Grab a ticket for you or surprise a group of friends at GoPaddleheads.com. And if you can't make the game, tune in to 102.9 ESPN Radio for all the live play-by-play action this summer.
Hi, this is John Stegmeyer, Executive Director of Mountain Bike Missoula, Missoula's voice for mountain biking and public access trails, and we maintain over 100 miles of local trails. MTB Missoula is currently building multi-use trails on Mount Dean Stone. We also provide dozens of volunteer opportunities, spring, summer, and fall. Membership with MTB Missoula supports public access, land stewardship, and trail development. To join or renew, go to mtbmissoula.org.
This message is brought to you by Rob Fleming at Man Mortgage, 704 West Sussex, Missoula.
Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf is selling all hockey helmets and gloves at 20% off until the 4th of July. Ever thought about upgrading your bucket and protecting your noggin? Or thought about why you lose control of the puck? It's probably because you have those dusty old gloves with holes in them. Come into Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf now to the 4th of July and save 20% off on all hockey helmets and gloves. Also, make sure to check out the new supply of Grizz Hockey apparel and get your new threads at Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf.
This is live play-by-play on 102.9 ESPN Missoula, your home of the Missoula Paddleheads.
Take a look at the M that overlooks the University of Montana. We check out some fans as well on the television side, having some fun out in the stands. Saturday night.
That little fire pit back there, just very back, kind of up near the concessions. I love it. I've actually walked past it. It's nice out, but say it was a little warmer or colder, that is the best way to get some heat, my friend. And look at our little cozy buddy there. Look, actually, cozy buddies, I should say. She's got her milk, and then he's having a hard time sitting up, so I think he's got his dad or whoever's holding him, getting him up. You know, he's excited, though. He can't control himself. It's crazy.
You made the mention of the fire pits. That is one of the unique features this season at Legion's Field at Orgren Park. You can book one of those if you want to come out to the yard. You get seats up to 4 people. You get wait service at your table through the whole game. It's a pretty sweet deal. If you're interested, go to www.gopaddleheads.com. Mention the new club level seating on the third base side as well in that first row. Kind of showed a view of it on the SWX TV side. They got lounge chairs set up right in the first row. And give you an idea, I think they're in a really cool spot because they're located kind of right in between the entrance to the Paddleheads dugout and the bullpens. You kind of got a first-hand account of what's going on the field. Heck, you could probably have a conversation with one of the bullpen pitchers if you wanted to. They're so close by.
The best of both worlds, man. Can't ask for more. You really get what you pay for.
1-2 pitch from Hilton makes the count 2-2. Ricardo Sanchez is the batter in the box. Seen him make a nice play defensively. Mentioned Sanchez listed as a catcher on the roster, and that's where we've seen him the majority of the time as both a chucker and Boise Hawk. Getting the start at second here tonight as there's a swing and a slow roller to the right of the mound. Hilton's got it and will flip it underhand to Ullman, covering the bag for the first out of this inning. Top 3 scores 9-5. Missoula out in front.
Yeah, great hustle there from Hilton. I mean, he's already, but besides some of those runs that kind of got away from him, I mean, not only has he gotten some strikeouts, but when you can just play defense like a pitcher like he is and just easily getting the ball to first, it's pretty underrated for people like that.
Batter will now be Corey Meyer for the Boise Hawks. Sanchez now 1 for 2 after bouncing out. Pitch on the way, fastball running inside to the right-handed batting Corey Meyer. 5:05 start time tomorrow on a Sunday afternoon/evening. I always like those 5 o'clock starts. Something about 5 o'clock baseball gives me kind of a nostalgic feeling as there's a swing and a foul. I think it's probably from growing up on the West Coast, watching Sunday night baseball. It was always a 5 o'clock start.
That's right. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, including California.
And Zach Allman made the clock feel like it was 5 for a lot of folks twice as the beer batter tonight. 1-1 pitch is just outside for ball 2. 2 ball and 1 strike, and that one was just too easy. It was like teed up for me and just pop.
Hey, we were saying earlier, I mean, he's already got a fan club with how he's played, but, I mean, if he stays a beer batter, woo, he's going to get a bigger fan club if he doesn't have one already.
2-1 pitch fastball. Good spot and a called strike. On the outside, that one a dart from Hilton. Right on the outside corner. Perfect spot to even the count at 2.
Yeah, we said that, Michael Schlack talked about how those breaking balls are going to be important, but hey, I mean, you see a fast pitch like that doesn't hurt either.
2-2 offering. Breaking ball, check swing. Looks like Meyer kept the back though. They will appeal the first no swing, says the umpire over at first base. Count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes as Nuanez asks for a new baseball. And sounds like we're going to take a look at that one. Let's see. Did he go?
I think he did. Yeah, it looks like he just kind of crossed the tip of the plate. It was close for sure, like I said, but it just crossed the top portion of the plate.
Payoff pitch coming. Swinging a bouncing ball over the top of the mound. Fisher has it behind second base. Nice play.
Nice defense. Nice range there from Fisher. Or rather from...
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, from Fisher, that's right. Yeah, really nice range. And to get it to Almond at first.
Taking a second look here. Bouncer over the top of the mound. And as Fisher makes it look easy on the run and had him by plenty at first base. Very smooth at shortstop, Clay Fisher. That middle of the infield with Navigato and Fisher has been fantastic all season long for Missoula. Here's
Absolutely.
Miles Harris. Fastball, strike on the outside.
We've talked a lot about Navigato after that first fumble ball he had in the first inning. I mean, since then, he's been clean, and then you see even more cleanliness from Mr. Fisher over there. That was nice. Just threw it while he was in midair.
Northern California native, Miles Harris. Pitch on the way, 1-1 is bounced towards the whole right side and into right field for a base hit. Navigato can't get to it. And then a 2-out single, keeping the inning alive for the Boise Hawks, looking to get on the board for the 3rd straight inning. They scored 3 times in the first to jump out to a 3-0 lead, but Missoula came right back in the bottom half with 5 runs. Boise had an answer again in the top half with 2 runs, but Missoula again, another counterpunch, scoring 4 times in the bottom half of the second.
And you know what? If Kendrick finds a way to get on base, we might have another counterpunch part 2.
Or in this case, probably would be part 3, actually.
Right.
Left-handed batting, Kendrick. Nothing doing in either bullpen here in the 3rd. Hilton looking to put a 0 up. Pitch on its way is down and in. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Again, this is the first start for Hilton since coming off the inactive list. Actually was just activated today. One of 2 roster moves, the other involving Cameron Thompson, 3rd baseman, who was signed today. As there's a swing and a ball hit high in the air, relatively deep, right center field. Bond is going to give way to Brandon Riley, who makes the catch near the warning track in right center field, and that will do it for the top half of the 3rd. Scoreless inning for the Boise Hawks. 9-5 is the advantage for the Missoula Paddleheads. We will head to the home half of this inning after this on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
You would think an especially cold winter would be followed by a cooler than usual summer, right? Mother Nature? Logical? Too funny. Luckily, Liberty Electric is here to even the score. Whether you need an electrical upgrade so you can finally install that air conditioner system you've been dreaming of, or maybe just a few ceiling fans will do the job. The professionals at Liberty Electric are here to help. This summer, don't get caught wishing for winter. Stay cool with the help of Liberty Electric. Call 541-WIRE. That's 541-9473.
Hope is in the air, Missoula. Hi, I'm Dean Peterson, chorale conductor for the Missoula Symphony Orchestra, inviting you to join us for our final concert of the season, We Shall Overcome. This concert airs Friday, June 4th and Sunday, June 6th, and features works by Joseph Bologna, Anna Klein, and Gustav Mahler. Our featured guest soloist will be the outstanding Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Kelly O'Connor, and the chorale will also be featured virtually in this season closer. Tickets for this streamed concert can be purchased online or call 721-3194.
Concert season brought to you by the Good Food Store.
If you're planning to hit the road this summer, now is the time to take your car and truck to Crawford's Automotive. Crawford's Auto on West Broadway does any work you need on any vehicle you have. To make sure you're running soundly, take it to Crawford's Automotive. Get your brakes checked or replaced at Crawford's, and the job will be done right every time with Chase Crawford personally doing the work on your vehicle. Take your cars and trucks to someone you can trust for all your automotive needs. It's Crawford's Auto on West Broadway.
This is Missoula Paddlehead Baseball on 102.9 ESPN Radio.
See, mooses and birds can't play together, Jeff. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because we just proved that stereotype wrong. Love it, man. Well, everyone loves each other. Well, it's all in the air.
Well, I guess it doesn't apply to all birds, though, because the osprey, maybe in Paxton, can get it together, but Paxton has been feuding the last couple of weeks with a couple of chickens. And I'm not kidding. Those chickens have been causing a lot of trouble. Paxton, of course, is the baby face, and chickens are the two heels. Scenario, if you're looking at it from that point of view.
Yeah, I like the way you think.
The only thing that's missing is, let's see, a steel chair, barbed wire, tables, if you know where I'm going with that.
Oh,
if you're
yes.
a wrestling fan, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Cameron Thompson in the box. He took 4 pitches and will trot on down to first. 4-pitch walk as Missoula, right out of the chutes, got another leadoff base runner. Setting it up for Luke Navigato.
Man, not a bad debut for Cameron Thompson. I mean, 1 for 2, and then he gets on base with that walk. Second time on base today. I mean, for the Pasadena, Texas native out of Kansas State, he's making the best out of his opportunity.
First day in professional baseball as Navigato steps in, and he takes one on the inside for strike 1. Navigato 1 for 2 in the ball game. But it's a 4-run game.
You said that Thompson had 52 stolen bases in college, I believe?
Over his 4-year career, correct.
That's important to look at, because he had some really nice moves when he got on base earlier in the game. And as you see right there, he takes off and proves my point right there. He's got speed.
Pitch did get to the backstop, but good insight there. Almost like you're in the mind of Michael Schlack there.
Or maybe even in Mr. Thompson's mind. I mean, he was like thinking about taking off just as we were talking about how fast he is, you know? But yeah. And that's the thing, is that is something that will make Michael Schlack very happy. I mean, that is just a little extra ingredient you need to already add on to an otherwise very efficient offense.
And it just gives Boise just another thing to worry about. Count is even at a ball and a strike to Navigato. Pitch on the way is a swing and a ball ripped to left center field. This one way back there, and it is gone. Luke Navigato, a 2-run homer, his first of the year. And it's 11-5, Missoula. Touch 'em all, Luke Navigato, his first professional home run. As he gets a couple of high fives from his teammates. Big swing of the bat there. He may want to keep that baseball.
And rightfully so. We're very well deserved. High five for Mr. Navigato. Congrats to him on his first home run. I mean, that ball was just right down the middle. I mean, that's just the perfect pitch you're looking for. And see there, Michael Schlack in the dugout is very happy. And high fives galore in the dugout. And like I said, very well deserved. He's had a great game and a great season thus far.
Stick Gatewood in the box now. First pitch was a ball, and there's a big swing and a foul. On the 1-0 pitch, even count now at a ball and a strike. And looking at Navigato offensively, about the only thing he hadn't done was leave the yard. He had 8 doubles, average over 400, and now is in column when looking at home runs. Congratulations on his first professional home run. There's a swing and a foul. First base side, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Navigado has been a fun guy to get to know, very easygoing guy, personable, and you can say that about just about everybody in the clubhouse. On the third base side of the field, Missoula's 1-2 pitch to Gatewood is taken low. 2 ball, 2 strike count.
That chillness and good attitude, I mean, that's especially prevalent from Zach Almond. I mean, if you really think about it, and Michael Schlacht was saying this, that's a big reason why he's so great at the plate thus far this season. He's so calm. I mean, he's a Southern boy. He's just laid back, and it seems like maybe it's spread to the rest of his teammates.
2-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Gatewood knew it. First out of the inning. And speaking of Zach Almond, here he comes into the box right now. Third time up for the beer batter. He's made the fans happy twice already. He's got a shot. Do it again.
Yeah, you look right there. I mean, as soon as he saw it, he kind of put his head down and thought, oh boy. And he kind of, he laughed. He said, you won this one, Mr. Lyons. And, for an otherwise rough day for Mitch Lyons, one of his highlights of the day thus far.
Big curveball on the first pitch, missing down low to Zach Almond to start this at-bat off. That strikeout for Lyons number 4 to this point here in the third inning. As Almond swings and fouls went off, and that was a pitch to hit right there.
Oh, yes.
That was a fastball.
How much you want to bet that if he gets another hit, they're going to name a craft beer after him?
Trying to think of what it would be called. 1-1 pitch, a breaking ball fouled off. And Almond, he's frustrated that he missed that one. You can see clearly kind of punching the bat after that. And again, a pitch that caught a lot of the strike zone, and that was just a hanging breaking ball at the bell. I mean, that thing was almost on a tee for him to smack. And how hot he's been, he's not going to miss many pitches like that. As Almond skies this one, deep right field. This one way back there. Forget about it. Zach Almond, home run, his third hit of the night. He's got a single, he's got a double, and now he's got a homer.
Oh, yes. There you go. Now he needs the triple
to go for the cycle.
You know what? I'll tell you what, if he gets a triple at his next at-bat, his next craft beer, and speaking of which, another beer batter, call it the Triple Almond. Triple Almond. I think that's what we'll call his new craft beer if he ends up getting one.
What a night and what a week for Zach Almond.
I mean, just look at that. I mean, you said he was frustrated. Well, that's how you take out your frustration. Even he couldn't believe himself. He was like so shocked when you looked at his face, and that is all the way to the Providence Health Center and beyond. Oof. And look at that guy right there. If he's not a Zach Almond fan, the guy that had the beer in his hands, well, he's a Zach Almond fan now.
Yeah, and if there were ever a time to start selling Zach Almond merchandise, it would be right now. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Down below the knees, count is 0-2 on Aaron Bond. Aaron Bond in the box. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. As Missoula back in double digits again. 4th time in 4 tries against the Hawks this week. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Bond can't catch up to it. Net the second out of this inning.
It's kind of been a polarizing inning for Lions. I mean, you had the strikeout right before Almond got to the plate on Gatewood, and then Almond just blasts a home run, and then Bond just strikes out. It's kind of interesting. I mean, you look, he really choked the bat and went after kind of an outside pitch, and yeah, Lions was a little sneaky there, sneaking that pitch in there.
First pitch, curveball to Jared Akins is taken low and outside for ball 1. Base is empty, 2 outs. Paddleheads on the board here in this inning thanks to Zach Almond, as that pitch is taken for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Jared Akins to this point 1 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on its way, fastball upstairs, ball 3. 3 ball, no strike count.
Now, I will say, as much damage as Lions has had thus far through the home run and another RBI this inning. He's already got 2 nice strikeouts. I mean, be the fewest runs you'd give up in this inning if he gets out. Or fewest runs in an inning this game thus far if he can make it out of this at-bat.
3-0 was poured in for a strike. Makes the count 3-1. Aikens taking all the way, it looked like. Pitch on its way, 3-1 is bounced towards second. Sanchez got a bad hop and it bounces off his glove and into left center field. That will be an error on Ricardo Sanchez. Inning will continue with Jared Aikens reaching now to first base. Batter will now be Dean Nuanez with 2 outs and a runner on at first.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few errors. I mean, 4 total in this game from both teams, but that's going to be the 3rd one on Boise today.
Nuanez stands in, looking to add on in this half inning. Damage being done in this frame by Zach Allman.
3 for 3 today with a single, a double, and a home run. So you know what that means. He's 1 triple from hitting for the you-know-what.
Yep. And we've seen one Paddlehead player get close to a cycle this year, who is on the last homestand. Tristan Carranza had a home run, a double, and a triple. Actually, all he needed was the single, and he didn't get it. He actually had 2 doubles in the ball game. It was the game where he was 5 for 5, and he reached base also on a pair of walks. 7 times he was on base. Carranza not in the lineup tonight. Another hitter that had been swinging the bat extremely well. Nuanez waiting. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball 2 outside. 2-1 strike count. And if this Paddlehead team was feeling a little bit tired because of that long road trip last night, you would never know it. Swinging the bats, or continuing to swing the bats well to begin this 3-game set against the Hawks. They lead by 7, 12-5 our score. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 gone, pitch to Nuanez. It is just outside.
Sleep is overrated if you ask me. I'm sure you can relate. I mean, that's why you're calling this game right now, right? Because you just came back from the trip too.
Yeah, there we go. Ready to go.
I mean, the game before this one, really lasted as long as a doubleheader, so it's not just the amount of games, really. It's more than anything how long they are.
And the guys in the truck can attest to that because they've seen a 9-inning game and they've covered a doubleheader as well.
Yeah.
So they've seen them both, and so they can speak to that. As Dean Nuanez will take the trot up to first base. Walks to continue the inning. Batter will be Brandon Riley, but not before we see a mound visit. And still no action in the bullpen down the right field line for Boise. And I think part of that reason is because, kind of touched on it earlier, that bullpen has been used so much for the Hawks the start of this week that I just don't think that there's anybody down there that they can go to in this spot. That it's kind of sending lines out there because nobody else is available, which is kind of hard to believe because you look at Lyons' pitch count, he can't go too much longer. He's thrown 58 strikes and 42 balls. That's 100 pitches.
For only the 3rd inning.
And only in the 3rd inning, correct. And 100 pitches for any reliever is a lot. And it looks like now finally some action is going to get going down in the bullpen, the right field line. At some point, doesn't matter how tired that bullpen is, you're going to have to start it at some point because, frankly, lines could get hurt.
Yeah, as soon as that warm-up comes off, we'll try to get a number. But I think after that visit to the mound from Gary Van Tol, Gary Van Tol, I should say, excuse me, Gary Van Tol. Yeah, we could see how things will look, especially depending on how this inning goes.
Brandon Riley in the box. He's got a couple of hits tonight, and he swings and hits one the other way. Left field looks to be playable, though, for Harris, who will drift back and make the catch in medium depth left field for the final out of this half inning. But not before the Paddleheads are on the board once again. They lead by 7, 12-5 your score, headed to the top half of the fourth inning. Luke Navigato and Zach Allman both leave Earth on SWX Montana and ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM.
Did you know that Missoula Bone & Joints Urgent Care is the only specialized orthopedic urgent care in Missoula? What this means is the next time you break a bone or injure your joint, you can skip the ER and walk in with no appointment and be taken care of by our orthopedic specialty team. We have x-ray, casting, and bracing available on site, and we are currently open evenings, weekdays, and Saturdays. Missoula Bone & Joint. Quality care from people who care.
Spending time in outdoor spaces has become more popular than ever. And whether you call Western Montana's Glacier Country home or you're here visiting for the first time or the 10th, it's imperative we all do our part to recreate responsibly. When we're out and about on the trail, at the lake, at local parks, and especially if we're considering a visit to Glacier National Park, we must be respectful of our communities, our fellow travelers, and the great outdoors. Also, we must stick to public lands and never recreate on private lands. It's the little things, like following campfire safety and leave no trace principles, that make a big impact on keeping this extraordinary place, well, extraordinary. So keep those in mind. We can all enjoy Montana's wide open spaces and fresh mountain air if we practice a couple things like planning ahead and playing it safe. In short, know before you go. We're all in this together, friends. See you on the trail. Learn more at recreateresponsiblymt.com.
Back to the action here at Allegiance Field at Organ Park. Ollie the Osprey and Paxton having a little fun in between innings. Looks like Ollie's got some work to do with that. Looks like a fishnet there. It's all right.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Gets a shake of the hand. It's okay. Playing a couple games in between innings there on the TV side. And hey, looking ahead, something we got happening on June the 13th. Who doesn't love brunch on a Sunday? Brunch, Sunday kind of go together well. Well, the Paddleheads invite you to brunch at the ballpark on Sunday, June 13th, with mimosas and a brunch menu available at concessions. Go to Paddleheads. www.gopaddleheads.com is where you can go to get your tickets. Gate will open at 4:06 with radio pregame starting at 4:45 on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM.
I would love to be there since Sunday's my day off from ABC Fox Montana, which is where I work full-time as a reporter and anchor, but I will be out of town that day, so I unfortunately won't be able to partake in that.
Bryce Brown in the box leading things off. Count is 2-0 to begin this inning. His pitch from Hilton is laced foul down the left field line. But what's your favorite brunch go-to?
Ooh, putting me on the spot, Jeff. Man, I tell you what. Scrambled eggs and potatoes.
Simple?
Love it.
Okay.
Simple. Yeah, it's just simple. It's beautiful.
There you go.
What about you?
2-1 on the way is inside. Count 3 balls and 1 strike. You got one good suggestion from the truck. They said Denver omelet. If you don't know a Denver omelet, that's bell peppers, onions, and ham kind of scrambled together with cheese. I like that. But if I'm gonna go with a couple. One, I'm a California guy, so I'll stick to my California roots. I'll go Cali Egg Benedict, which is got some smoked salmon, you got the hollandaise, and of course the medium poached egg. You got a little runny yolk there.
Love it.
And then to throw in my Montana roots is on the TV side. We take a look at that foul. That it looks like that might have caught somewhere a little bit uncomfortable.
Might have been off his foot because he was kind of limping there as he walked off that pitch. He's kind of pacing. He's kind of pacing back and forth, and he's hopping up and down. For those who can't see it on the radio.
Yeah, I thought I saw it hit somewhere different. I'll just leave it at that.
Could be.
Count is 3-2.
Yeah, perilously close to the center of gravity, that's for sure.
Swing and a bouncing ball, first base side. Allman has it, will hustle to the bag, and that is the first out of the inning. 3 unassisted put out at first base. Out number 1.
Yeah, what a game for Zach Allman. We've talked about how he's got a single, double, and home run, but I mean, look at that, just the hustle. Got the ball, no problem, just ran to the base. I mean, that energy is so contagious, not just at the bat, but on the field and in the dugout. As we've seen.
It's Miles Miller in the box now, swinging a foul. And to finish my thought on the brunch item, gave you my first pick, the California Benedict. Kind of pay homage to my California roots. Second one will pay homage to my Montana roots. Got to go with a chicken fried steak.
Ooh, that's actually big where I'm from. For those who don't know, I'm from Central Kentucky, and that is pretty big. And so is the Kentucky Hot Brown. That's a huge thing down in Kentucky, especially in Lexington, where I'm from.
Now, what is a hot brown? There might not be people that know what that is.
Great question. A hot brown is basically eggs, a lot of hollandaise, and you see there, nice catch in left. Woo!
Actually indicating the umpire says no catch.
Whoa. Oh, wow. Honestly looked like it. Oh, it just hit his glove. I see. No, it just hit his glove. You're right.
I believe I might have another look at that.
Yeah, let's get another look at
ball,
that.
Akins laid out on that one. Good attempt, but the ball just glancing before he was able to get it. We saw Aaron Bond in a TV game earlier this year. As we look at it, and you can see there just hitting the turf before Akins was able to get to it.
Yeah, touched his glove, but like you said, it already hit the turf. But really nice effort there from Akins. Or rather from Aaron Bond, rather.
But yeah, it's Akins out and left. But
oh, that's right, they switched. That's right. It's previously in right, but good catch there.
Christian Funk at the plate, and he swings and hits a high fly ball, relatively deep, but playable for Riley, who strides over in left center field and puts it away in front of the warning track for out number 2 in this half inning as Funk is retired. Miller, pretty good night at the plate for him, though. He's got 2 hits already, who stands at first base, but Hilton, now with 2 outs, looking to put another 0 up on the board. Here in this, the top half of the 4th inning. Lead is 7 for Missoula, 12-5 the score, with Vladimir Galindo in the box. Pitch on its way, breaking ball, bounce towards third, foul. Thompson will flip it over towards the dugout on the third base side of the field. Haven't seen Thompson get much work with the glove at third, making his debut for the Missoula Paddleheads on this Saturday evening. Galindo waiting on the 0-1 from Hilton, and it is a breaking ball that knocks away from Nuanez, and moving to second base will be Miles Miller. Throw from Nuanez was not in time. Ball trickled to the right, just far enough away. Miller, good base running, took off. As we take a look at it once again, you see the ball bouncing just far enough away. Has good anticipation that time from Miller. Moves the runner up.
And Navarez kind of lost balance before he got the ball, but still a nice throw there from him.
1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss on the breaking ball on the inside to Galindo. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
To quickly finish my thought on the hot brown, it's actually an open-faced sandwich, not potatoes. Open-faced sandwich with turkey breast, ham, bacon with Mornay sauce, which is baked and broiled until the bread is crisp.
Wow.
Yes, it is different.
That sounds like a food coma item to me.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a pass ball there. Just past Navarez. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I haven't had it with ham and bacon for religious reasons, but everything else with it is just so nice.
And I would imagine Kentucky, it's just comfort food central. Lots of fried food. I'm a big, in terms of southern food, I like collard greens. That's a big one for me.
Love it. It's amazing.
2-2 pitch on its way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Great pitch painting the outside. Galindo not happy about it, but that is the end of the top half of the fourth inning. Missoula leading 12-5 as Hilton is able to settle down the last couple of frames, putting up a couple of zeros as we head to the home half of the fourth inning on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM and SWX. Montana.
Spending time in outdoor spaces has become more popular than ever. And whether you call Western Montana's Glacier Country home or you're here visiting for the first time or the 10th, it's imperative we all do our part to recreate responsibly. When we're out and about on the trail, at the lake, at local parks, and especially if we're considering a visit to Glacier National Park, we must be respectful of our communities, our fellow travelers, and the great outdoors. Also, we must stick to public lands and never recreate on private lands. It's the little things, like following campfire safety and leave no trace principles, that make a big impact on keeping this extraordinary place, well, extraordinary. So keep those in mind. We can all enjoy Montana's wide open spaces and fresh mountain air if we practice a couple things like planning ahead and playing it safe. In short, know before you go. We're all in this together, friends. See you on the trail. Learn more at recreateresponsiblymt.com.
ESPN Radio for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula.
Why build a work history at a job when you can build a future in your own business? Westpac Wealth Partners is looking for entrepreneurial-minded people who are ready to take their future into their own hands. Nick Tabor and his associates provide clients with financial tools and tested solutions for navigating this complex financial climate. Westpac Wealth also has a work culture that has been recognized as a best workplace in Fortune magazine. If you're ready to start building a business in a long-term career, apply at westpacwealth.com. Westpac Wealth Partners, LLC is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian. Insurance products offered through Westpac Wealth Partners and Insurance Services, LLC, a DBA of Westpac Wealth Partners, LLC.
Western Montana happy about what the Paddleheads have been doing on this Saturday night. They lead 12-5 over the Boise Hawks. New pitcher is into the ball game for Boise. Start this inning. It is Jared Price, the right-hander, making his fifth appearance out of the bullpen, first against Missoula. 4 games, he has 1 save, 8 1/3 innings. Pretty good strikeout numbers, has 12 strikeouts in 8 1/3. Only 3 walks issued, 6 hits allowed. And looking at his statistics, he has really 1 bad outing from back on the 28th against Grand Junction, where he gave up 4 runs. But other than that, it's been pretty good for the right-hander. Out of Oklahoma, not a real big guy at 6'1", 195. His job will be to eat some innings up, because as I mentioned, this Boise bullpen has been used extensively through this week. I would not be a bit surprised to see him go 2 or maybe even 3 innings in this spot, especially with the deficit being 7 runs at 12-5. Paddleheads will send the top of the order to the plate in this half inning. Fisher leading things off. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Gets the call on the inside. Count is 0-1.
And I think for Boise, although this series is just getting started and it's also a continuation from the series in Idaho, I think in a lot of ways they're going to really want some rest after this. I mean, you talk about how many pitchers have been worn out. It's a sign that maybe they just need to relax.
There's a swing and a pop-up, and Galindo, the third baseman, making the catch to the right of the pitcher's mound. Everybody kind of doing the pop-up dance that time.
Yeah.
Didn't know who was going to call who off. Initially, I thought maybe that ball was going to have a chance to fall, but Galindo takes the initiative and makes the catch as Fisher is retired. 0 for 4 night for Fisher to this point. Came into this game swinging the bat so well. A little bit of an off night for him, as that will bring Cameron Thompson into the box. First pitch on the way is a swing and a foul off to the right. The other left.
That's
the other
right. Yeah, when you look at it on the screen, it looks opposite for our TV viewers, but right. Yeah, Thompson, again, not having a bad debut at all. 1 for 2, reached 3 times today. He's having a great day for the Pasadena, Texas native who played 4 years at Kansas State up until this past year. Interesting time to be playing college ball, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic for the last 2 years, making things interesting.
Count is 1-1, and there's a swing and a ball hit high in the air in the park to left field. Harris is underneath it, drifts back just a bit now and makes the catch in straightaway left field as on SWX, Sean Rainey gets some screen time on the big SWX board. He was on the opening day. He was on the opening day broadcast with us here on SWX and on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM. Hopefully Sean can come visit the broadcast booth another time here soon. He's fun to have around.
Old Man Rainey, that's what we call him at the station.
Old Man Rainey.
Old Man Rainey is a lot of fun to be with. That's what we say.
As Navigado takes a ball on the inside, it's almost kind of like a kumbaya moment there for a second.
Right.
Navigado facing Price, pitch on its way, breaking ball. We've seen a lot of off speed from Price to get this outing started.
A very stark contrast from the fastballs that we saw from Mitch Luanez before he made his exit in this inning. But Navigado, tough guy to pitch to. He's 2 for 3 today.
As he has been all season long. Hit his first home run of the year in his last at-bat. And he takes a high strike on the 1-1 pitch, and Navigado can't believe it. But that pitch was called a strike. Kind of slowly making his way back into the batter's box. We'll have to adjust now. Behind in the count 1-2. Bases empty, 2 gone. Bottom 4. 12-5 our score. Pitch on the way is laced up the middle, past the glove of Price and into center field for a single. Navigado a big turn at first base. He will stay put there. That's a 3-hit night for Luke Navigado. Keeps inning going for Nick Gatewood.
And if Gatewood can find a way to get on base, get to that in a second, but you look there, I mean, Price actually stuck his glove up all while he was ducking. Great instinct from him. Ball just got away from him as it sailed up over to center. But as I was saying, if Gatewood finds a way to get back on base, and Zach Almond, who's a triple shy of the cycle, will have a chance to make that happen.
Big swing and a miss by Gatewood. A pitch down below the knees. Count is 0-1. Action going on around the Pioneer League on a Saturday night. Great Falls Voyagers battling the Billings Mustangs, and the Voyagers, they hold a 7-5 lead. Seen them win 3 games in a row against the Mustangs, in line to win number 4. Came in to this week at 0-9. So Great Falls turning things around this week. Meanwhile, in Idaho Falls, the Chuckers, who have been all over the Rocky Mountain vibes all week, are leading once again by a big margin. 10-1 the score there in the bottom half of the 5th. 0-2 pitch to Gatewood, swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside, and that is the end of the bottom half of the 4th inning here in Missoula. 12-5 our score. Paddleheads cruising along on a Saturday at Allegiance Field at Orgren Park on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX. Montana.
Hope is in the air, Missoula. Hi, I'm Dean Peterson, chorale conductor for the Missoula Symphony Orchestra, inviting you to join us for our final concert of the season, We Shall Overcome. This concert airs Friday, June 4th and Sunday, June 6th, and features works by Joseph Bologna, Anna Klein, and Gustav Mahler. Our featured guest soloist will be the outstanding Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Kelly O'Connor, and the chorale will also be featured virtually in this season closer. Tickets for this streamed concert can be purchased online or call 721-3194.
Concert season brought to you by the Good Food Store.
Time now for the Mortgage Minute with Bill Darling.
It's a competitive world, and no one knows this better than home buyers in today's Missoula market. This is Bill Darling with today's Mortgage Minute. To get an edge against the competition, buyers should arm themselves with an approval letter. How is this determined, and what does it mean? Initially, with the buyer's permission, I pull credit, evaluate income and assets. Then I plug this info and property detail into an automated underwriting engine. The results, if favorable, allow me to offer a mortgage commitment subject to data and property validation. This commitment assures the seller that your offer is substantiated and valid. Arming yourself with this tool doesn't cost a penny. It's part of the full and comprehensive service I offer. Call Bill Darling at 542-1972 for hands-on service that yields results. Primary residential mortgage, 2112 Dixon Avenue, Missoula, Montana, 59801, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Ezekiel Gonzalez in the box, leading off this inning. First pitch was a curveball for a strike. 0-1 pitch on the way. Another curveball fouled off. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Ezekiel Gonzalez.
Kevin Hilton already with 2 scoreless innings.
As there's a ball ripped down the left field line, way back there, and goodbye.
I just jinxed it.
Gonzalez on an 0-2 pitch unloads a solo homer. Gets the Boise Hawks on the board once again here in the top of the 5th inning. Makes the score 12-6.
As soon as I talk about Kevin Hilton having 2 scoreless innings in the 3rd and 4th, right away we see that home run from Ezekiel Gonzalez. Just had a nice touch on the top of the bat and carry that all the way to left into the trees.
For Gonzalez, RBI number 8 and the first home run of the year. Here's Sanchez into the box, and he takes the strike on the outside. Count is 0-1. Hilton, pitch count not super high at this point, as there's a ball hit pretty well. Left field at the wall, and this ball is gone.
Wow.
Ricardo Sanchez makes it back-to-back home runs. And it's 12-7.
Same spot.
Yeah, very similar spot in left field. That one probably not quite as well hit as it barely cleared the wall and left, but nonetheless, Sanchez. That only his 2nd hit of the season and his first home run. 2 runs in a blink of an eye for the Hawks in this inning. Cut the lead back to 5. It's 12-7.
I think I see some bullpen action happening right now on the paddlehead side. Or actually, no, not quite. It looked like someone was walking towards the bullpen, but that could change. Someone was actually walking past it, so there is nothing going on at the moment.
Corey Meyer in the box swings at the first pitch and grounds out to Fisher. Throw was up the line a little bit, but Allman applies the tag for out number 1 here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Actually, I stand corrected. We do have some warm-up action going on right now. Yeah, number 23, Matt Mogollon, is actually warming up in the bullpen right now as we speak.
Saw Matt Mogollon pitch earlier this week. Got an inning of work at Memorial Stadium. Swing and a miss on a first pitch in this at-bat to Miles Harris. Mogollon, a rookie pitcher out of Cal Baptist. It's featuring a fantastic curveball from the right side. Probably will see him at some point tonight. A 1 pitch from Hilton is low and inside. Mogollon warming pretty quickly in the bullpen down the left field line. So that's a red alert situation, as they call it. Red alert meaning get ready as quick as you can, because we might need you. 1-1 pitch on its way, and it is a called strike on the inside to Harris. A little bit of a delayed call. Nonetheless, count now 1-2. Harris 1 for 2 in the ball game tonight. Hawks a pair of runs here in the 5th inning. It's 12-7. As that breaking ball misses down below the knees. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I think if that pair turns into a trifecta, then building off what you said with the red alert, I think Mogollon could very well be coming into this game before he knows it.
2-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball, foul tipped at home plate. Didn't get too much contact there, but was able just to be able to get a little bit of the bat on it to keep this at-bat going. 1 out, nobody on base. Hawks with a pair of home runs. Get on the board. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul off to the left.
It's so interesting in Pioneer League baseball where you can have 2 scoreless innings from a guy like Kevin Hilton in the 3rd and 4th, and then you give up back-to-back home runs, including a first pitch home run.
2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a soft line drive left center field, and nobody's going to be able to get to this one as it bounces in front of Jared Akins, the left fielder. That's a base hit for Harris. Second hit of the night for him. He's now 2 for 3. That will leave it up to Colton Kendrick with a runner on at first base and 1 out in this inning. As Mogione continues to throw in the bullpen down the left field line. Probably just about ready to go now.
Yeah, Riley Fisher and Akins were all converging on that ball, but it was hit just into the sweet spot.
Actually, looking at the bullpen down the left field line, a couple bullpen pitchers actually could see one of them. I couldn't tell who it was. He actually took his cap off, which is a signal to the manager in the dugout, meaning the pitcher's ready in the pen. So if you ever see that when a pitcher's warming up in a bullpen, you see a guy tip his cap, give any type of emotion to the dugout, that's a signal to the manager saying he's loose. Referring to, in this instance, Mogione warming in the bullpen.
Nice catch.
0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball. Not a bad spot, but missing outside, as you saw on the TV side. Navarez kind of motioned towards Hilton on the mound. Was kind of being like reassuring. 1-2 pitch on its way. It's in the dirt. Runner taking off towards second base. Throw there by Navarez is not in time.
So close. So close. Great throw from Navarez. Probably the best one we've seen today. Really close.
And you're right. That was a perfect throw from Navarez right to the glove of Fisher, the shortstop, who was covering second base. Count moves to 2-2 now on Hendrick, rather. Harris, the runner at second base, as the pitch misses outside. A breaking ball, a little bit too much height on it. Count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kendrick 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Infield playing deep at second with Navigato on the outfield grass. Almond also playing a bit back at first base, as Kendrick will now step out of the box. Hilton was taking a little bit too much time on the hill. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Mogione is slow throwing. He looks to be ready in the bullpen. Breaking ball bounced towards second. Should be playable for Navigato, who has it. Throws a bit low, but Allman digs it out at first for the second out of this inning. Hilton looking to get 1 more out to get himself through 5 innings complete. In this 12-7 ball game, Paddleheads out in front, looking for their 4th win in as many games against the Boise Hawks this week.
It's got to be frustrating for Hilton, though, to first give up 5 runs, but then go steady cruising, and then just 2 home runs that were unlucky for him.
First pitch swinging by Bryce Brown. Throw over to first on the play by Navigato, and they got him. Nicely done by Navigato to stick with that hot shot at second base. He knocks it down, doesn't lose it, and we are headed to the next half inning. Paddleheads with the lead. A couple of home runs trim into it, though, for the Boise Hawks. Score is 12-7 now after back-to-back homers on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX, Montana.
Did you know that Missoula Bone and Joints Urgent Care is the only specialized orthopedic urgent care in Missoula? What this means is the next time you break a bone, injure your joint, any joint neck to toe, sprain a ligament, pull a muscle, rupture a tendon, you can walk in with no appointment and be taken care of by our orthopedic specialty team. We have x-ray, casting and bracing available at the time of your visit, and our surgeons are standing by if surgery is needed. Missoula Bone and Joint Urgent Care, quality care from people who care.
Why build a work history at a job when you can build a future in your own business? Westpac Wealth Partners is looking for entrepreneurial-minded people who are ready to take their future into their own hands. Nick Tabor and his associates provide clients with financial tools and tested solutions for navigating this complex financial climate. Westpac Wealth also has a work culture that has been recognized as a best workplace in Fortune magazine. If you're ready to start building a business in a long-term career, apply at westpacwealth.com. Westpac Wealth Partners, LLC is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian Insurance Products offered through Westpac Wealth Partners and Insurance Services, LLC, a DBA of Westpac Wealth Partners, LLC.
We're in this together, and we will get through this together. The vaccines are tested effective and needed.
Welcome to the clinic. Which arm?
Get your COVID-19 vaccine so we can do this. And this. And this.
We are now boarding flight.
Together again, because we got through it together. This message sponsored by the Helmsley Charitable Trust, aired with the Montana Broadcasters Association and this station.
Coming back to the action here in Missoula with a beautiful look at Mount Sentinel. A look there at the skyline. Beautiful western Montana. Was away in Idaho for a week. Man, does it feel good to be back in the mountains. Green. Got the Clark Fork River roaring right beyond the ballpark. As getting things started in this inning is the smoking hot Zach Allman. What will he do here in this at-bat? First pitch on the way is taken for a strike on the inside part of the plate. And Zach Allman, what can you say about his week in this ball game?
3 for 3 today. Single, double, home run. Just needs a triple.
A 1 pitch on its way. Check swing. Allman goes around at a pitch down below the knees. Count 0-2. Allman kind of a wry smile after offering at that pitch out of the zone. He probably knew that that was ball 1. He was able to let it go by, but he could not. Has to battle back now in an 0-2 count. Allman waiting, breaking ball, hit off the end of the bat, shallow center field. Will it get down? It will not, as Sanchez makes a diving catch. Another nice play made by Ricardo Sanchez, the second baseman, taking a hit away. And the fans may be unhappy with Sanchez as they were looking for a 4th beer batter inning. But not to be.
I mean, look at that. As Sanchez just backtracks from second, just keeps going, and it lands right into the bread basket as he falls down on the catch.
Made the catch basket style there, Willie Mays style.
Right.
See that a ton.
Yeah, great play from him there. But, yeah, if you're a fan, man, you were really waiting for that beer.
Well, I guess, it's a Saturday night. You can pace yourself a little bit.
True.
Here's Aaron Bond. As there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Mo Guillon still working in the bullpen down the left field line. Got to think he's coming in to pitch the next half inning. Pitch on the way, 0-1's a swing and a line drive, center field, base hit center field for Aaron Bond. Second hit of the night, he's 2 for 3. And with 1 out, Missoula has got a runner on base. Battleheads, all the offense for them to this point came in the first, second, and third innings. 5 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, and they lead 12-7 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Looking for more with Jared Akins getting into the box.
Yeah, Battleheads have been scoreless the last inning they were scoreless, and they're trying to break that short drought here with a runner on first.
Akins waiting on Price. Pitch on the way. Runner takes off towards second base. The throw down to second is into center field. That's going to allow Aaron Bond to move up to third base on the play.
He was just walking to third, too. I mean, he knew he had all the time in the world to strut in the third.
And it looked to me like Bond had a pretty good jump off of first base as well. Probably one of those instances where Gonzalez probably could have just held on to it. You look at it on the TV side, and yes, he did. He got a huge jump off of first.
That's all he needed to get to third.
Count is 1-0 on Aikens. Here it comes as the infield comes in for Boise, and the 1-0 pitch is outside. Count 2 balls and no strikes. See that a lot from teams defensively when there's a runner on at third base and less than 2 outs, trying to do all they can to keep that runner from scoring from third. Pitch on the way to Aikens is a ground ball through the right side. Base hit for Jared Aikens. That is a single and an RBI. Second hit of the night for Aikens. He's 2 for 3, extends the lead. The Paddleheads get one of those 2 runs back that they lost in the top half of this inning. Score now 13-7.
And another insurance run will bring the bat boy back out.
Dean Navarez now getting into the box, looking to add on in this frame. If the night is indeed over for Hilton, his final line looks like this: 5 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs, 5 of those runs earned. Walked 1, struck out 3. As Navarez stands in, runner takes off from first, and Navarez swings and fouls one off to the right. Very well could have been a hit and run put on that time by Michael Schlack. Looked to me like Navarez was trying to poke it into the hole on the right side.
Seemed to be that way, indeed.
As Aikens is standing on second still with that foul, there's a little bit of confusion on the field, as I don't believe that Aikens should be allowed to go to second with that foul ball. The only reason he would be awarded second if there was a balk, I would think, committed by the pitcher, Price, on the mound, and that's what Gary Van Tall is coming out to get clarification on. Again, it was a foul off the bat of Navarez. You wouldn't think that Aikens would be allowed to move up to second base, and he would have to go back to first. It was just a foul ball situation there. As Gary Van Tall will go back into the dugout.
Very interesting situation that you just described.
So it must have been. Well, I guess it could have been one of 2 things. Or could have seen interference with Aikens on the bases or a balk by the pitcher. Either way, Aikens gets a free 90 feet and is on second base now. With 1 out in the inning, count is 0-1 on Dean Navarez. Pitch on its way, breaking ball, a called strike on the inside. 0-2 now, the count. Dean Navarez, 1 for 2. And indeed, that's what it was. Looking at the official scorebook, it was indeed called a balk on Price, and that is the reason why that Aikens was allowed to move up to second base on the play. 0-1 pitch coming is up high for ball 1. And if maybe you're a little bit new to the rules of baseball, a balk is when there's a runner on base and a pitcher on the mound. Once you start your motion, when you have a runner on base, you cannot stop. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a foul back. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once your motion starts going towards home plate, in that type of a situation with a runner on base, you have to finish your motion. If you don't, that's when the balk comes in and the runner advances to second. Because you think about it, if a pitcher was allowed to kind of start and stop his motion, he could cross up a runner and easily be able to pick him off of a base. So that's why that rule is in place.
And absolutely, and whoever made that rule is very smart, because you're right. Otherwise, it would just be really frustrating if you're a base runner, and it would just sap out really a lot of joy for your typical fan.
1-2 is the count to Navarez. Pitch on the way. Fastball fouled off to the right.
See, the clouds are getting kind of dark as the sun sets. Kind of interesting situation here, but still very beautiful outside on this fine Saturday night in the Garden City.
Lights are on at Allegiance Field at Orgren Park. Paddleheads shining in those lights, leading 13-7. Pitch to Navarez, bounce towards third on a backhand. Galindo knocks it down, and he will have no play. Couldn't field it cleanly on that backhand at third base. Nuanez is on now with runners on at first and second. I imagine that will be an error charge to Galindo, the third baseman.
Yeah, as soon as Galindo kind of lifted his head back up and looked towards first, he knew there was really no chance there and kind of has a frustrated look of disappointment on his face knowing what could have been.
Now stepping into the box will be Brandon Riley.
Brandon Riley, 2 for 3 today. He's had a great game like much of the Paddleheads offense, and he's just looking to keep the night going.
And for Riley, came into this series, he struggled a little bit in the games played in Boise. Had only 1 hit and 10 at-bats down there, but bouncing back here in Missoula, 2 for 3. First pitch swing and a foul tip into the glove of Gonzalez behind the plate, count 0-1. And that's a good sign for Brandon Riley, who's for the majority of this season has been a solid bat in the order, a very patient hitter at either the leadoff spot or the number 2 spot in the order, here hitting in the 9-hole.
His last at-bat, he had a smile on his face on a called strike 3, so he's still got that energy. He's still got that optimism.
Last pitch, he evened up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Run in for the Paddleheads in this half inning, thanks to an RBI single off the bat at Jared Akins, who stands at second base. Nuanez at first, 1 gone in this half inning. 13-7 our score. Point after pending here in the bottom half of the 5th. Where's that, a football reference there? 1 more run and make it 14-7, hence the reference to the point after, as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off.
Yeah, you're right. That would make this game look a lot like with how many runs we scored, that looks like a football score. It's so hard to think about, but I mean, man, that is Pioneer League baseball for you.
And specifically, Paddlehead baseball, as Missoula has been in double digits all week long against this Boise squad. The 4th consecutive game they have scored over 10 runs. They got plenty of time to add on here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Count is 1-2 on Brandon Riley. Price sets and delivers. Fastball overthrow, misses high. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And fans are going, whoa, 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 just getting all excited this late in the game.
Little moose call chant, what you just heard.
The night is still young.
Pitch on its way is up high for ball 3. Another fastball. 3 ball, 2 strike count. And fans still looking forward to the 6th inning. If you know about Paddlehead baseball, you know the 6th inning is all about the peanut inning. Do you know about the peanut inning?
It's on the tip of my tongue. I know where you're going with this, but I'm not 100% clear.
3-2. Pitch to Riley as both runners take off, and the pitch is fouled off to the left. This will be a souvenir for some fans down the left field line, and Calvary is going after that one. Looks like a little guy came up out of it with it.
I think that guy right there with the orange hat, for our TV viewers who can see it, that's the same guy who actually caught a foul ball earlier.
I think you're right.
I think that's him. Yep, that's him. That is our game MVP. Let's just call it. That's our game MVP.
And he's right there. Right in there waiting for another foul ball. I like it. One wasn't enough for him. He's getting a little greedy now.
He's got a nose for it.
Another payoff pitch. Runners take off again. There's a swing and a ground ball. Sanchez does not have play at second because the runner's on the move, and he throws to first in time to get Brandon Riley for the outs. So the runners being sent that time actually benefits Missoula in that spot, because if the runners didn't take off, that likely would have been a double play ball and the end of the inning. But with the runner taking off to second, Sanchez didn't have enough time to go to second base, so his only play was to first. So the inning does stay alive. Runners on second and third now for Clay Fisher. Still looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts.
Yeah, Sanchez kind of pumped towards second, and thus he made the throw to first.
First pitch on the way to Fisher is on the inside corner for strike one. Count no balls and 1 strike. Paddleheads lead 13-7 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, looking for more with 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch off the plate away. Fisher goes fishing for it. Comes up empty.
Nice alliteration there.
There's a word I haven't heard in a while. Taking me back to AP high school English with the alliteration mentioned there.
There you go.
0-2. Pitch to Fisher. Fastball, strike 3 call on the outside corner. Got him looking. He knew it. That is the end of the inning. Top of the 6th coming up here in Missoula at Allegiance Field at Oregon Park. Paddleheads hold the 6-run lead, 13-7 our score on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX. Montana.
The trained soldiers of the Army National Guard are a new generation of leaders called to serve and make a difference. Do you want to make a difference? During our Hiring Days event, May 10th to June 14th, we're hiring highly motivated candidates for part-time careers in the Army National Guard. You can work or attend college full-time while you earn a paycheck and great benefits. Learn more about serving part-time in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/hiring days.
Sponsored by the Montana Army National Guard. Aired by the Montana Broadcasters Association and this station.
While some bike shops are out of inventory, Big Sky Bikes customers are saying they have the best inventory in town, with new bikes and service parts arriving daily. Big Sky Bikes has been busy ordering, back ordering, and reordering to keep new bikes and apparel arriving daily. Specialized Pearl Izumi and Fox apparel all 20% off now through Saturday, June 5th. Buy any in-stock tire for $30 and up and get your second tire 50% off. Select Specialized tires 20% off while supplies last. Big Sky Bikes has the best inventory in town. 809 East Front Street or visit BigSkyBike.com.
It was a tragedy that my sister was killed by a drunk driver in Missoula, Montana, when she was riding her bicycle home. The Victim Advocate Services for Department of Corrections was there to help us through the process so that we could come to resolve with our family and the crime.
Visit us at cor.mt.gov. Awarded by the Montana Board of Crime Control through the Office of Justice Program. Points of view in this ad are those of the program.
Pitcher on the hill. It's the rookie right-hander out of Southern California, Matt Mogione. Coming into his 5th game of the season, he has pitched pretty well. Saw him in a clean inning of work in Boise in game 2 of this series. 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Good numbers there. 1-0 record with a 1.80 ERA. What you're going to see from Mogione, kind of a 2-pitch guy, has a good fastball, runs in the low 90s, and a very good curveball. The curveball is the key pitch in his arsenal. Also will throw a changeup every now and again to keep hitters off balance, but that curveball is Mogione's key pitch. He's a guy that will throw it at any counts, and a lot of times you'll see him flip that big breaking ball over the plate to jump ahead of hitters, and will also use it to put away hitters at the end of an at-bat. It's all about keeping hitters off balance with that fastball-curveball combination. When you got a big curveball, it's slower pitch, coupled with fastball, hitters can get thrown off by it.
We call that throwing a doozy, putting you to sleep. The fans are jumping around. For those on the radio who can hear the song Jump, the fans are jumping around, and they are jumping to this big Missoula lead.
First pitch in this inning, swing and a miss by Miles Miller in the box for the Boise Hawks. Miller, a nice night offensively. He's 2 for 3. Night indeed is over for Kevin Hilton. 0-1 delivery from Mogione. There's that big curveball, missing down low this time. Count evened up at a ball and 1 strike. We are in the top half of the 6th. Lead is 6 for the Paddleheads. 13-7 is your score. Missoula offense making its presence felt once again. It's just been the theme all week long. Now the bullpen, chance to nail down the win over these next couple innings. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. Belt high on the outside, not a bad spot for Mo Guillaume. Count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. See if he goes to the curveball or stays with the heater. We'll see. Miller choking up a bit, you can see, and that was the curveball. This one missing in the dirt. Mo Guillaume, see on the TV side, motioning, not too happy with that delivery.
Yeah, it kind of got out of hand there. It was a pretty wild pitch. Lucky it didn't get past Nuanez, who was able to stop it.
Miller still batting in a 2-strike count here. Mo Guillaume delivers. Curveball. This one hit high in the air. Right field. Relatively well hit, and that ball is gone. Miles Miller. A solo home run, his 3rd hit of the night. Cuts into the lead. It's 13-8.
Wow, Boise's last 3 runs, including that bomb right there, have all come through home runs. All solo shots.
That one taking advantage of the short porch in right field. Just 287 down the right field line. Was able to get enough on it there. Deposits it over the wall for a home run. Now the batter will be Christian Funk. Pinch on the way to him is just outside for ball 1.
It makes you question if the Boise batters are just smoking hot, or if Hilton and Mo Guillaume are just, they just haven't gotten their fastball in the right spot.
Fastball in a good spot there on the outside corner for strike 1. Christian Funk still looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 3. We've talked about multiple times. He is on a 10-game hitting streak. 1-1 pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did at that pitch in the dirt. Strike 2. Count is 1-2.
He's questioning that with the umpire. He's saying that he checked it. They're saying otherwise.
They did appeal the third, and third base umpire also rung up Christian Funk. So it didn't matter who Funk asked about it. It was going to be a strike either way. See what Mo Guillaume does here in this 1-2 count. Pitches a swing and a miss at a curveball. Strike 3. And a rough at-bat for Funk, who is now 0 for 4. Records the first out here in the top half of the 6th.
That will certainly put you in a, you know what I'm about to say, put you in a funk.
There we go. Pun. Here's Galindo, but the base is empty, and he takes a curveball for a strike. It's Mo Guillaume delivering a large dose of the curveball. In this half inning, gave up the solo homer, but has bounced back nicely. Pitch on the way, fastball, pops the mitt but high. And there you see the combination, the 1-2 punch. He started the at-bat with the curveball,
right,
then comes back wham with that fastball. That's what makes him so unique. Change of speed, arm angle, the whole deal. Fastball just missing off the plate on the 1-1 pitch. Didn't miss by much. And we've seen similar pitches and spots on the corners. Called strikes tonight. Not that one, though. Count 2 balls and a strike to Vladimir Galindo. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball laced.
Wow.
Right to the third baseman, Thompson. Haven't called his name too much defensively. Wasn't sleeping there. Makes the catch on that line drive to retire Galindo for out number 2.
Literally, he didn't have to take a single step, maybe a half step to his left, but it's almost like his glove was just in one spot and the ball was just waiting to land right in the center of the glove. I mean, what more can you say about his debut? He just had that play on defense. He's 1 for 3 at the plate, but he's gotten on base twice. He had a walk, and he scored 2 runs, so I mean, wow, can't say. I mean, he's going to be a great addition if he hasn't already proven to be one otherwise.
Here's Ezekiel Gonzalez. Big swing and a miss. A pitch on the outside. Count is 0-1. As Mogione looking to make sure the only run that comes in this half inning was that solo shot. Mogione comes set at the chest. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow center field. Looks like it's going to be playable for Riley, who will give way actually to Aaron Bond, who comes streaking in from his position in right field to make the catch, and that will be the final out of the top half of the sixth. Solo homer in this half inning for the Hawks, but that is it. 13-8 your score, headed to the home half of the sixth inning at Allegiance Field at Oregon Park. You are listening and watching Paddleheads Baseball on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
Giving back to the community is job one at the Eagles Lodge. Your friends at the Eagles want to sincerely thank Missoula for your continued support. When you stop by for lunch or dinner, or you're meeting friends to play trivia or sing karaoke, proceeds enable the Eagles Lodge to make generous donations to local fundraisers and charities like CASA and Big Brothers and Sisters. Come on by today. Everyone is welcome at the Eagles Lodge in Missoula on South Avenue right next to Rosars.
While some bike shops are out of inventory, Big Sky Bikes customers are saying they have the best inventory in town, with new bikes and service parts arriving daily. Big Sky Bikes has been busy ordering, back ordering, and reordering to keep new bikes and apparel arriving daily. Specialized Pearl Izumi and Fox apparel all 20% off now through Saturday, June 5th. Buy any in-stock tire for $30 and up and get your second tire 50% off. Select Specialized tires 20% off while supplies last. Big Sky Bikes has the best inventory in town. 809 East Front Street or visit BigSkyBike.com.
Hope is in the air, Missoula. Hi, I'm Dean Peterson, chorale conductor for the Missoula Symphony Orchestra, inviting you to join us for our final concert of the season, We Shall Overcome. This concert airs Friday, June 4th and Sunday, June 6th, and features works by Joseph Bologna, Anna Klein, and Gustav Mahler. Our featured guest soloist will be the outstanding Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Kelly O'Connor, and the chorale will also be featured virtually in this season closer. Tickets for this streamed concert can be purchased online or call 721-3194.
Concert season brought to you by the Good Food Store.
Glad to have you along for the ride on a Saturday night. And you should get your hands on the hottest gear in minor league baseball. Shop for hats, shirts, jerseys, novelties, and memorabilia, all sporting goods. The best new look for the Missoula Paddleheads according to a nationwide survey of the fans. Show your support with some fresh gear from GoPaddleheads.com or at the team store in the heart of downtown Missoula, just off of Higgins Street.
Look at that nice warm fire pit for our TV viewers. That is a beautiful sight. A fire pit on a Saturday night with some baseball.
Good combination there. And bottom half of the sixth inning, Thompson in the box leading things off. Pitch on the way is inside. Count 1 ball and no strikes. And with the temperatures cooling down, I think a fire pit would be a good move. And here we go, Mohammed. Here's your introduction to the peanut inning. Fans wanting to see a run cross the plate, and if it does, that means free peanuts. They've already gotten free beer. Peanuts and beer, I think, a salty snack.
Get your carbohydrates in. Yeah.
I mean, you always see it if you go walk into a bar. A lot of times there's peanuts or crackers or pretzels, some type of a snack. Going together like mashed potatoes and gravy, baby.
I love it.
It's Thompson waiting on the pitch, way inside, able to kind of get out of the way of that one.
Almost nipped him in the knee. Just got away from it there. But I will say, talking about that peanut inning, covered and watched baseball for a very long time. It's the first time I've heard peanut inning. Is that a Paddleheads thing, or did I just not catch on to that until now?
It was a tradition that has been continued on going back to the Osprey days. The peanut inning was a tradition with the Osprey as well, and now the Paddleheads continuing that. Paying homage to it tonight with it being Osprey night. Still got some fun headed your way at the ballpark this weekend. Tomorrow will be 406 Family Fun Day at the Yard, a 5:05 first pitch. Thanks to our friends at ATG Cognizant and Eagle 93. Every Paddlehead Sunday home game, kids 10 and under will get in for free with an accompanying adult. So if you want to bring your family out to the Yard, tomorrow, a fantastic day to do so. Get your tickets, gopaddleheads.com. As there's a swing and a ball hit pretty well. Straightaway left field. This one way back there, and it is off the glove of the left fielder and to the wall. As Thompson will stride into second base, that will be a double. Harris almost able to track that one down in left field, but glancing off the glove, and Thompson's got a double. Imagine it'll be a double. That would be a rough error if they were to issue it to Harris in that spot.
Yeah, I mean, right now they've got 6. Boise has 6 errors, so that would not be fun if you're Boise to get another one tacked on. But really, though, I mean, that is frustrating for Harris. I mean, he was tracking the ball really well, took the right steps, and touched his glove. It just barely fell off. See the nice hit there from Thompson, and then, yeah, just the backtrack from Harris just off his glove off the wall, and, yeah, that's tough.
Luke Navigato into the box. He takes a strike on the outside. As runner in scoring position. Paddleheads faithful looking for the Peanuts. They got a good shot here. Navigato, the 0-1 pitch, is taken for a strike, especially considering who is in the hole in this half inning. Luke Navigato in the box now, then Nick Gatewood next, and then Zach Ullman. Nothing into the count in this 13-8 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Paddleheads out in front. Pitch on its way, 0-2. Swinging a ball fouled off to the right. Maine's 0-2. Good night swinging the bat for Navigato. He's got 3 hits. One was a home run, his first of the season, and a professional. It's been a big night for the home run ball in general on both sides. Boise Hawks have gotten in on the act with 3 home runs. Nothing into the count on Navigato. Here it comes. Check swing, pitch in the dirt. Navigato does not go around. Peeling to second, no swing. On that check swing by Navigato makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Gonzalez was just kind of aggravated there. He made sure he got the glove on Navigato in case it was a strike 3. He's really motioning to the ump that he really thought it was a strike.
One and 2. Navigato patiently waiting on the pitch from Price. Comes set. Here it comes. Breaking ball off the plate away. Not a bad miss in that spot from Price. He was hoping that with some count leverage ahead 1 and 2, he could get Navigato to chase a pitch out of the zone. Good job by Navigato staying patient, waiting for a good pitch to hit here in this 2-strike count. Thompson away from second base. 2-2 pitch, fastball, strike 3 call in the outside corner. Good pitch right there from Price, freezing Navigato.
Yeah, Navigato had a pretty somber look on his face, and rightfully so. I mean, when you're 3 for 4 today and you just get a looking strike like that, that hurts when you're a batter and you're doing so well. That leaves a little sting on you.
Batter will now be Nick Gatewood. Quick peek to second base, breaking ball. Pitch missing outside for ball 1. Looked to me like that pitch was in the zone on the outer half, but not called a strike. 1-0 is the count. Gatewood waiting on Price. The runner on at second base, 1 gone. Breaking ball, this one gets the call on the outside part of the plate. Very similar spot to what we saw in the first pitch. If anything, it looked a hair bit more outside. Go figure. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. 13-8 advantage for Missoula here in the bottom of the 6th. Gatewood looking to add on to it. 1-1 on the way. Swinging a line drive, base hit down the right field line. This one will roll all the way to the wall. Coming around third and scoring easily will be Thompson. In the second base is Nick Gatewood with a double, and the fans are going to be happy because here come the free peanuts.
Oh, man. Like, there's actually one fan on the first base side just running back and forth, just hyped up. He's excited. Or actually, I think he's the one throwing the peanuts, and he is hyped up to throw the peanuts to all the Paddleheads fans. And they're just jumping up and down, too, right now. It's just a great night if you're in Garden City at Orgrim Park.
And Paddleheads stay hot in peanut innings also.
Just look at that nice contact just inside the first base line. Rolls all the way to the Bud Light sign. How ironic. And it is 14-8.
Zach Allman takes fastball high. Ball 1. Zach Allman finally was retired in his last at-bat. Was 3 for 3, now 3 for 4. 2 driven in, including a home run. Pitch on the way to Allman. Swinging a ball hit pretty well. Right center field. Going way back there at the wall. And it is off the top of the wall. Allman
is running for third.
Second. Looking for third. And he's got it.
Wow. He did it. He has hit for the cycle. How about that?
That's a cycle for Zach Allman.
Wow. That is just, I mean, I'm just left at awe. It's all I'm going to say is wow. I mean, we talked about it leading into his previous at-bat where he was retired, like you mentioned. We can acknowledge that he had a single and a double and a home run. We kept our eye on that. And I was thinking, if that was not a home run, if that were to go off the wall, I had a feeling that Allman was going to round second, and he did. You see there, he hit it. He knew that was deep, but he kept running because he knew that if that was off the wall, then that's prime real estate for a triple. And as soon as he saw it hop off, didn't hesitate, just kept going. He slid in, and he knew what he did. Wow.
Zach Allman hits for the cycle. Unbelievable. Wow. That is something else, and just continues what has been one of the most spectacular weeks you will see from an offensive player at any level. Not professional baseball, any level of baseball.
Absolutely.
I mean, he came in to tonight with a .714 average in his last 3 games against the Boise Hawks. And what's he do in the first game here to start this series? He hits for the cycle.
That's it's just, you can't really, there's not much you can say other than wow. I mean, I said wow like 5 times. I mean, you said it a couple times. It's just unbelievable.
Aaron Bond, the batter. Pitch on its way, swing, and a miss. Count 0-2.
Bond, the left-handed batter, is 2 for 4 today.
Looking back on how Zach Allman did it, Allman got started in the first inning with a single and came back up second inning, doubled, as Bond gets hit by a pitch on the inside. Looks like a breaking ball right near his ankles.
Right, yeah, somewhere between his ankle and his knee. Might have been closer to his knee, but definitely near his ankle as well. He's just walking towards first. He looks like he's fine. Yeah, it looked like it was just right off his shin there. Got right back up. Took a little walk first. Yeah, he looks like he's fine. He's walking it off some more as he walks towards right field, just along the first base line. He kind of just bends down. He puts his hands on his knees. But yeah, he got back up, no problem. Way worse things could have happened. Yeah, not much padding down there. So I could see where he might feel a little limp there. But again, he's just back up on his feet, no problem.
So continuing this run for Allman, it looks like we're going to see a pinch runner come in for Aaron Bond in this spot. Looks like it'll be Jay Hayes pinch running at third base. for Bond. Akins in the box. Back to Zach Allman. Single in the first. Get things started. Then in the second inning, doubles. Third inning, homers. And all he needed was the triple, and it came in this half inning. Allman stands at third, making some history on a Saturday night in Missoula. Action going in the bullpen, as we just saw on the television side. Right-hander Kita De La Cruz is getting loose in the bullpen, as Jared Akins takes one low for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 15-8 is the advantage for the Missoula Paddleheads. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Kita De La Cruz, one of the most infectious personalities you'll ever see.
Ground ball, right side, through the hole on the right side and into right field. That's another RBI for Jared Akins, and his 3rd hit of the night. Bringing in Zach Allman from third base. Score is now 16-8. Missoula doubling up Boise to this point, and that will bring Dean Nuanez into the box.
Hey, look at that right there. Just clipped it. Too easy. Just brings in another run. And yeah, you said literally the first thing I thought was that's double the output of Boise so far today.
Nuanez waiting on the first pitch in this at-bat, and it is taken for a strike. Price out there now 2 1/3 innings pitched. 42 strikes, 17 balls, so it's done a good job of sticking around the zone. Missoula, though, in control offensively. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nuanez, a big hack at that breaking ball on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, great breaking ball there. He really had him chasing waterfalls on that swing.
And he really shouldn't go chasing waterfalls. You might know where I'm going with that.
Oh, yes.
I think Jason Sudeikis would know something about that. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And a pitch on the outside. Nuanez goes fishing after that breaking ball. Once again comes up empty. Not the second out of this inning.
Yeah, that swing was exactly the same as the one before that. Really nice breaking balls there. But, man, that's tough for Nuanez.
Here's Brandon Riley. Still runners on at first and second. 2-hit night for him. He's 2 for 4. 3 runs in for the Paddleheads in this inning, the 6th. The highlight, though, a triple from Zach Allman to complete the cycle. Pitch on the way. Fastball. Strike on the inside. Count no balls and 1 strike. When it's all said and done, of course, still 2 games left of this week. Will be interesting to look back on what Zach Allman has accomplished. 0-1 pitch is just inside for ball 1.
I mean, like you said, he already entered this series in Missoula leading the Paddleheads in batting average and RBIs, and that'll still be the case after tonight when it's all said and done. But I wonder how that compares to the rest of the Pioneer League.
Seen a lot of guys with high averages, with all the runs being scored. Matt Feinstein over in Idaho Falls has been fantastic this season. Dom Abadessa, an outfielder from Great Falls, he's been having a good season. Saw him put up some good numbers when the Voyagers visited Allegiance Field at Oregon Park, the first series of 2021. Pitch on the way to Riley as a fastball elevated above the belt. Count now 3 balls and a strike. 16-8 now the advantage for the Missoula Paddleheads. Will they make it to 20 runs again? The Boise Hawks have been on the wrong end of this offense that has just been clicking on all cylinders. 3-1 pitch to Riley. Swing and a ball fouled at home plate.
Yeah, that's a nice fastball right down the middle. Almost got it. Just barely touched it, but that was a nice throw there. Nice pitch, I should say.
Count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brandon Riley. Lineup will flip back up to the top. If Riley can get on base, Fisher waiting next. Count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fisher, one of the few guys in the order, hasn't had a great night to this point. Potentially have a chance in his next at-bat to get himself off the schneid, so to speak. Has an 0 for 5 thus far. Both runners take off. 3-2 pitch is high for ball 4.
Another bases-loaded opportunity for Missoula.
The batter will be Clay Fisher. The lead runner, Jay Hayes, at third, who pinch ran for Aaron Bond. Akins on at second base, with now Riley on at first. Fisher in the box, mentioned 0 for 5. Coming into tonight, Fisher had homered in 3 consecutive games. Another home run here would mean the second grand slam of the week. Pitch on its way. Breaking ball called strike on the outside. 0-1 the count. Definitely a pitcher's strike there. Good job by Gonzalez, the catcher. Gave the umpire a good look at it, kind of bringing that ball closer to the zone. Jumps ahead 0-1 does Price for a 1 pitch. Another curveball. Similar spot, same result. Strike 2.
And I get another pitcher's pitch, as you mentioned.
No ball, 2 strike count. Bases loaded, 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Fisher waiting, here it comes. Another breaking ball, swing and a miss. Down below the knees, and that will do it for the 6th inning. Not before Missoula scores 3 times. 16-8 your score, headed to the top half of the 7th inning. You're listening and watching Paddleheads Baseball on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
Christy Lopp has joined Northwest Plastic Surgery Associates and is the master injector, better known as Beautiful Faces, and has been a registered nurse for 12 years and a board-certified nurse practitioner for 5 years. Christy believes in treating the whole patient, and we are excited to have her on our team. Christy specializes in neurotoxins, dermal fillers, PRP treatments, microneedling, plasma pen, laser treatments, IV hydration therapy, and bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. What we feel sets Christy apart is that in addition to her medical qualifications, Christy decided to also integrate health and weight management coaching into her practice 3 years ago. Christy brings her extensive training and experience to the Northwest Plastic Surgery team and cannot wait to meet you and help you truly bring your inner beauty to the surface while working with you and teaching you the best way to treat the whole person from the inside out to reach your ultimate goals. Call to schedule with the master injector of beautiful faces, Christy Lopp, at Northwest Plastic Surgery Associates today, 728-3811, or visit nwpsa.com.
Are you over 55, unemployed, and struggling to get back in the workforce? The Senior Community Service Employment Program, or CSEP for short, may be able to help. Our employment specialists help low-income seniors learn in-demand job skills, gain paid on-the-job training, and find a job. It's completely free. Call Easter Seals Goodwill to see if you're eligible. 406-836-0670.
ESPN Radio for Western Montana, KKVU HD3 Stevensville, and 102.9 FM on K275BS Missoula.
10 seconds for station identification on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX Montana. Turning here, mention the new pitcher on the hill for the Paddleheads. It's the tall right-hander out of Miami, Florida, Quita de la Cruz, who has had Pretty good year so far out of the bullpen for manager Michael Schlack. De La Cruz, a veteran guy that's been around professional ball for quite a while. Made his first appearance in 2013. He's in the Nationals organization. He will pitch to Ricardo Rodriguez. First pitch, called ball on the inside. Count 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, talk about tall. He's very tall. 6'6", 4 inches taller than any other pitcher than on the Paddleheads roster. I mean, that's, big guy.
I said Rodriguez, Ricardo Sanchez, the batter in the box. Sanchez homered in his last at-bat. He's 2 for 3, and he swings and fouls. 1-1 pitch off makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
As a matter of fact, De La Cruz is not just the tallest pitcher. It looks like he's the tallest player on this roster, just ahead of Aaron Bond, who's about 6'5".
Matt Workington, who was around now, obviously, with the Cubs organization, was right there around 6'5", 6'6", kind of close, but probably not quite as tall as Kita De La Cruz. As Sanchez has got a double, lacing that one down the right field line. 3-hit night for Sanchez. Came into this ball game with just 1 hit all year. Maybe starting to figure it out at the plate, and we've seen Sanchez have a nice night defensively as well, as Missoula will now have to combat a leadoff base runner in this half inning. Inning will continue now for Meyer. Corey Meyer in the box, 0 for 3. Not too far away from Boise is Meyer, a native of Pocatello, Idaho. Town that Paddleheads drove through on their way home last night. Pitch in this at-bat's a swing and a ball hit shallow center field, and it will be playable for Navigato. That ball just kind of died after it left the infield, barely made it to the outfield grass. Catch made by the Paddlehead second baseman, first out recorded in this half inning. Lead is 8 for Missoula, 16-8. Your score on a Saturday night at Allegiance Field at Orgren Park.
Yeah, De La Cruz, despite giving up that hit, he's dealing. He's really shooting those balls down.
De La Cruz, pitch on the way to Miles Harris, taken low and outside. De La Cruz throws pretty hard from the right side. One and 0 is the count. Pitch on away. Fastball. Pretty good velocity, but missing just outside. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. Back at it tomorrow will be these two teams. 5:05 first pitch. 2-0 on the way. Swing and a bouncer foul. First base side. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. After the conclusion of this 3-game series, it will be back to the road as Missoula will visit Billings for the first time this season. Trio of 6:35 first pitches coming your way.
And then Billings, in turn, will come back to Missoula next weekend.
Correct. And you will be able to see them on the air right here on SWX Montana and on ESPN Missoula 102.9. 3-1 is the count. Harris waiting, and De La Cruz throws back to second. Ooh. Close play. Sanchez almost gets picked off at second.
That was really close. I was actually thinking that might be an out as soon as De La Cruz turned and threw.
Not a bad idea there. 3-1 pitch will be coming. De La Cruz set up high. Here it comes. Fastball up high for ball 4. Puts runners on at first and second. As Harris reaches base for the 3rd time in the ball game, setting it up for Colton Kendrick, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Boise Hawks.
You hear some of the fans chanting, "Let's go, De La Cruz." They're really trying to get him going, trying to shake off some of those nerves he might have right now.
De La Cruz, an easy guy to root for, as you mentioned. Very nice guy, and also a favorite amongst his teammates as well. One thing I noticed about being on the road with De La Cruz is you just notice like the little things of him acknowledging his teammates. Thing I remember clearly when he'd be coming on the bus, 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike one, as he would make a note of saying hello to just about everyone on the bus, whether it be, just say hey or give you some knuckles, a high five, just make you feel like that you matter, as there's a little chopper out towards Fisher at short, and he throws to first to get the out there. Kind of a strange play. It was kind of a soft line drive out to Fisher that he let hop instead of catching it. Ends up working out okay as he is able to get the out. 6-3.
Yeah, it just took like a little weird bounce, but I was able to get the out at first, no problem. But that was kind of odd indeed.
Lineup flips back up to the top now for Bryce Brown in the box. First pitch on the way is outside for ball one.
You talk about De La Cruz. It's funny. When we had media day here at the park a few weeks ago, a fly ball almost hit me, but he said, "Hey, turn around." And I saw the ball coming and I ducked. So I owe him one for that. I told him I owe you one.
And there you go. That's the thing. You always got to keep head on a swivel.
Yeah, he just kind of smiled and patted me on the back and said, "Hey, it's okay, buddy. I got your back."
1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball, that one had some mustard on it.
Oh, you could hear it all the way from here. That has a nice little zip and a pop just like that.
Count even at a ball and a strike. 2 outs. De La Cruz looking to pitch out of this 2-runner on jam. Pitch on the way, swing and miss. They got him.
That'll have you spinning.
And that is the end of the inning. As De La Cruz pitches out of a jam, does not allow any runs to come home. And it is time to stretch here in Missoula. Bottom half of the 7th coming up. Paddleheads way out in front. 16-8 on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
Graduation is a once-in-a-lifetime milestone for both students and their families. RP Ellis has just the memento to commemorate your students' accomplishments and your own. RP Ellis is the only jeweler in Missoula to display the Rolex Crown, a Rolex timepiece for your valedictorian, or a piece of beautiful gemstone jewelry for them to cherish as they adventure into the next chapter of their life, or a heartfelt gift for the parent who helped you raise such a good kid. RP Ellis Fine Jewelry has the perfect gift.
Hey, it's David with Garden City Plumbing and Heating. Are you ready to turn your home into that comfortable oasis you've been dreaming of? Would you like to enjoy that comfort now with low payments later? Garden City and Lenox has you covered with no payments for 6 months or rebates up to $1,800 when you finance a new Ultimate Comfort System from Lenox. This offer ends June 8th, so give us a call before it's too late. Contact one of our comfort consultants today at 728-5550.
Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf is selling all hockey helmets and gloves at 20% off until the 4th of July. Ever thought about upgrading your bucket and protecting your noggin? Or thought about why you lose control of the puck? It's probably because you have those dusty old gloves with holes in them. Come into Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf now to the 4th of July and save 20% off on all hockey helmets and gloves. Also, make sure to check out the new supply of Grizz Hockey apparel and get your new threads at Hockey and Lacrosse Wolf.
To the action here in Missoula, fans stretching their legs for the 7th inning stretch. Got a little Sweet Caroline ringing out at the ballpark right now. It's kind of a classic to hear at a baseball game.
Yeah, a lot of fans have already left. I mean, the writing is literally and figuratively on the wall. But hey, got the worker there in the bubble. Got everyone else who decided to hang out and be loyal. Having a good time singing Sweet Caroline.
That was kind of rhymes a little bit.
Yeah.
Catch that?
Yeah.
Start this inning, new pitcher coming out for the Boise Hawks in this half inning. It's Connor White, Washington native, actually pitching for the second consecutive day. Saw White last night in the ball game, pitched in just a third of an inning. And 16-8 victory last night for Missoula. Fourth game overall for Connor White. 7.20 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 9 walks. The issue for White at this point has been control. Does have 1 save on the year. Starting this inning off clean. He will face the 2, 3, 4 spots in this order. Cameron Thompson, Luke Navigato, and then Nick Gatewood in this half inning.
Yeah, the Hawks have really been working the bullpen tonight. And for Thompson, who's 2 for 4, reached base 3 times today, and had a really nice defensive play earlier in the game. I mean, no matter how this at-bat goes, it's been a great debut for him.
First pitch in this at-bat to Thompson, a fastball missing off the plate away. Count is 1-0. There's a little bit of action going down in the bullpen on the Missoula side as the 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt. Count is 2-0 to Thompson. Take another quick peek at the scoreboard around the Pioneer League on a Saturday night. One final score to tell you about. 2-0 pitch on its way. It's way inside. Almost hits Thompson. Count is 3-0 as none of the pitches so far in this at-bat from pitcher have been relatively close. Mention the final score, the Billings Mustangs. They come from behind to defeat the Voyagers tonight, 8-7. 3-0 offering, not even close. Fastball missing high from White. And advancing to first will be Thompson. Reaching base, came into that at bat 2 for 4. Walks to get on base for the 3rd time in the ball game. Setting it up for Luke Navigato. Navigato 3 for 5. Nice night for him. Pitch on its way. Fastball in tight for ball 1. Ball no strike count on Navigato. Want to know the count as White just trying to find the strike zone here. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Pitch down below the knees on the outside. Count evened up at a ball and a strike. Our throwing right-hander Mark Simon getting loose in the bullpen down the left field line for Missoula. Most likely we'll see an inning of work in the 8th. 1-1 offering on the way. Navigato swings and fouls one off to the right.
Landed into the party deck.
Another one in the party deck. I think that's at least the second ball I've seen fly in there.
It's a Saturday night, you know. Never too late for a little fun.
A lot of folks just getting their Saturday night started.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you look at the clock, it's only 10:21. The night is still young.
1-2 the count on Luke Navigato. Pitch on its way. It's in the dirt. Bouncing well in front of home plate that time. Gonzalez, could tell, almost got kind of crossed up. That landed so far in front of home plate, it surprised him. Evens up the count at 2 with Nick Gatewood waiting in the on-deck circle. White delivers the pitch. Breaking ball bounced towards short. Funk's got it cleanly. His only play will be to first, and it is just in time to get Navigato, who was hustling up the line.
And Navigato was just a step off the bag, but it was a very nice throw just in time for the out.
Setting it up with now a runner on at second base for Nick Gatewood. Navigato now 3 for 5.
Yeah, you look at that.
Look at that play.
Really close.
SWX side, yes. Maybe got him by a step.
Just a step, maybe even half a step.
It was pretty close. Gatewood stands in. That open stance from the left side, waggling the bat, pitch on the way, swing, and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-1. 16-8, your score. We are in the home half of the 7th inning. Paddleheads cruising along on a Saturday. In the friendly confines of Legion's Field at Orgren Park. 0-1. Pitch on its way. It is low and inside for ball 1. Ball and a strike is the count. And I'm sure if this result holds, the Paddleheads will all sleep very soundly tonight. Be nice not to be on a bus, to be sleeping on a comfy bed. 1 ball, 1 strike count. As far as bus ride goes, was a pretty smooth ride. That drive back from Boise, pretty much all interstate all the way, so just kind of cruising into the night.
Cruising into the night. I like the way you said that.
It was kind of interesting, you see, being up in Montana. You know, you're up pretty north, obviously. 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and you kind of wake up at interesting times that maybe you wouldn't normally wake up. Can't remember the last time I was up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's amazing to see that it's actually getting light outside at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I'm thinking about, I mean, if you're like a really early riser, if you got a job you have to be at 5, 6 in the morning, that wouldn't be so bad. As Gatewood swings and fouls one off to the right. But the wintertime, it's kind of the opposite up here, where it's seemingly dark forever. That's what I remember about. That's what I remember about Havre and the High Line, where I lived previously. Is, man, those days in December are pretty wild, where it's getting dark at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, moving to Montana last year, coming from Kentucky, like, you know, you have some days that can get dark somewhat early, but not even like 3:30 though. In Missoula, it was kind of like that around 4:30, but wow, 3:30, I still can't imagine that.
Yeah, because you remember thinking about, and kind of touches on how big the state of Montana is, that Havre is quite a ways farther north from here in Missoula.
Yeah, about 4 hours.
2 and 2. Yeah, and that's probably, if you're really got a lead foot, if you know what I mean, maybe 4 hours.
It's crazy. If you go 10 hours west, you're in Seattle, Washington. You go 10 hours east, you're still in Montana. So crazy.
And speaking of the city of Seattle and baseball and the state of Montana, as Gatewood draws the walk, here's an interesting little tidbit. There is a small little town on the High Line about 2 hours northeast of Havre called Turner, Montana. Home of the Tornadoes, Class C school up there. But that little town is the farthest city from a Major League Baseball ballpark in the United States.
Wait, how did you find that? That's insane.
Just kind of randomly. I mean, because where I worked up in Havre, New Media Broadcasters, the station there is. Here's Zach Allman, the man of the hour, taking a pitch outside. Count is 1-0. 16-8 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 runners on base and 1 gone. But station cluster I worked for up in northern Montana, one of the schools they covered was Chinook, and Turner is in the same conference as Chinook in the District 9C. So you would go out to Turner to do some basketball games and whatnot, and just looking at some random stuff, you just Googled Turner, Montana, and that was one of the things that popped up about the city. So very interesting.
Montana is something, man.
2-0 pitch to Allman is outside for ball 3. And there literally is not anything that Allman has not done offensively in this game. Homered, tripled, doubled, singled.
And unfortunately, popped out as well. But he has really done it all, like literally speaking. Solid defense as well.
3-0 pitch, taking all the way is Allman that time. He lets it go by for strike one. I guess there's one thing that Allman hasn't done.
Is strike out.
Or draw a walk.
There you go.
Which he potentially is in line for here, ahead in the count 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Allman, a big rip at that fastball on the outside part of the plate. Kind of patting his bat a little bit, almost kind of like saying, come on now. Got to be a little bit quicker than that. Almost sounds like a State Farm commercial. 3-2.
You're so corny, but I love it.
Pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back. Gotta have a little fun, right?
Of course. That's what it's all about.
Hear that clip at a lot of baseball games. So gotta be quicker than that. 3-2. Big lead for the Paddleheads, 16-8 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Allman waiting. Pitch on its way. Fastball missing high, and that's ball 4. Another walk issued in this half frame. Allman has the walk, and there it is.
So now he's done everything except strike out. That's the one thing he hasn't done. He's popped out, drawn a walk, single, double, triple, home run. I mean, yeah, he's literally done it all.
You could get technical and say he hasn't grounded out.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he did pop out, but hasn't grounded out. So, all right, formally speaking, ground out and strike out. That's all he hasn't done so far today. But that's a good thing if you're him.
Right.
Very good thing.
Anything positive you could do at the bat, Allman has done today. Because I'm not going to view a hit batsman as a positive thing for him.
Yes.
I mean, it helps your team at the end of the day, but that's something that's a huge... I mean, I'm sure a baseball player doesn't get out of bed in the morning and think, hey, I want to get hit by a pitch today. Yippee. Count 0-1 to Aaron Bond with the bases loaded and one gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Here it comes. Fastball missing low. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Paddleheads and Hawks will be right back at it here tomorrow. 5:05 first pitch. Will be a fun night at the ballpark. It is 406 Family Fun Day. Thanks to our friends at ATG Cognizant and Eagle 93 as the 1-1 pitch is outside. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. For every Paddleheads home game to every Paddleheads Sunday home game, kids 10 and under will get into the ballpark completely free with an accompanying adult. So a good opportunity to have a family outing, and it sounds like the weather is going to be spectacular as well. 2-1 pitch, swing and a ball fouled straight back. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Already past 10:30. Local time, we got started right around 7:15. If my memory serves me right.
That's right. That's correct. So, yeah, just over 3 hours.
Welcome to baseball in the Pioneer League. If you like offense, you're in the right place.
And even better places in Missoula.
2-2. Aaron Bond waiting, and he takes it just low. Another ball would mean a run for Missoula in this half inning, as White has been struggling with his control through his outing. He's already issued 3 walks, and the walks have been a problem all night for Boise. Payoff pitch outside for ball 4. And that will be a run coming in to score from third. On the free pass issued, coming in to score is Thompson, as we hear a little Ric Flair woo to signify that run coming in to score.
We talk about, well, what has Zach Ahmed not done today? I mean, you know, there's a lot more that obviously Cameron Thompson could have done, especially in his debut. But again, for his debut, as he just scored there, I mean, what a great day for him. I mean, we've talked so highly of him today. things will only project higher from him for here. So it's not just Zach Alm. And then, of course, it's not just Thompson either, but those are two names that really stick out from this big day for the Paddleheads.
Jared Akins letting the first pitch in this at-bat go by for ball one. Another one out of the zone. Mentioned the issues for Boise walking batters. In total, they've walked 9. And we've talked about the role this offense has been on. That's just far too many. 1-0 pitch is strike at the belt. And really, the free passes have been a problem all week for Boise. We've touched on it a couple of times. This offense swinging the bat so well up and down this order. Free passes, just something you can't afford to give out. As there's a pop-up behind home plate, this one will drift into the seats. And we see Karam onto the concourse. That one was rolling around for a while. See who ends up with that baseball.
I wonder if our young little friend, who I called game MVP earlier, the one that caught a foul ball and almost caught another one, I wonder if he's still here. I think he was actually in that shot now that I think about it. Yeah, he was. He's still here. Talk about loyalty. Yeah, there he is right there. For our TV viewers who saw that, yeah, he's just walking up and down the steps.
As there's a swing and a pop-up, foul territory, Galindo makes the catch, stumbling to the ground doing so, but is able to hang on in fair territory for the second out of the inning. That brings Dean Nuanez into the box.
That was a really nice catch. I mean, as he was falling down, he kept his eye on the ball, kept his bounce, even as he went down and caught it. That was actually a really nice catch there at third.
Glad to have you on a Saturday night with some Paddleheads baseball. Bases are still loaded. Mohammed Ahmad along with me, Jeff Safford on the call. Glad you've decided to pencil in some time with us on a Saturday night. First pitch to Nuanez off the plate. 1 ball, no strike count. Another run in for the Paddleheads in this half inning. Lead is 9, 17-8 your score. Nuanez. Chance to add on here with the bases still loaded. Pitch on the way, fastball misses high. 2 ball, no strike count. Simon continuing to throw in the bullpen. Looks like he is just about greased up and ready to go for the bottom half of this inning. Or excuse me, the top half of this inning will be the top half of the 8th. Used to having the Paddleheads on the road at this point. Pitch on its way. Fastball hit high in the air, foul ground. Right side drifting, and it will go into the seats.
Just near the party deck again. Is that a sign? I think we've seen that twice in the last 2 or 3 innings, man. I mean, yeah. Saturday nights past 10:30.
I mean, I guess that's just where it's at.
Yeah. It is all a sign of the stars aligning. Or maybe I'm just getting too deep with it. Back to baseball.
It's the 7th inning. You can get a little deep. 2-1 pitch is a swing and a foul off to the right.
To the almost same exact spot as the one before. So maybe I'm actually onto something right now. Maybe that really is a sign.
Yep. Yeah, cue the, I'm trying to think, what's the name of that old television show? Twilight Zone. Cue the doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yep. I think actually the wind is kind of moving in the same direction where that ball went, so it's not windy, but a little windier than it was at first pitch. So maybe that could very well be why the ball was kind of hanging that way.
Definitely had to be a part of the reason why. And the wind has kind of been interesting tonight, because when we showed up at the ballpark this afternoon, it was blowing pretty good.
20 miles an hour at least.
Yeah, and everybody here setting up for us knew it pretty darn well, because put up all the graphics and stuff for the SWX Open. Want to make this press box look as pretty as possible, and with the wind blowing everything around, that didn't exactly make it easy. As Nuanez continues to battle in this at-bat. This battle coming on quite a while now. Nuanez up there hacking. And that's another trend we've seen from this offense all week long. No easy outs for Missoula. Lots of deep counts. And just every hitter going up there battling. Payoff pitch again. Swinging another foul by Nuanez.
It almost looked like, from our vantage point behind the plate, it almost looked like as he was swinging, it like hit his hand. But if you look at it from the other way, from center field, that was just another foul. But it was a very interesting angle there. You talk about the wind, though. It's crazy. I was saying earlier on the broadcast, I was at home, and I heard my bedroom door slam, and I was like thinking someone broke into my house. And I realized, no, the window's open, and the wind was so powerful, it literally closed my door. That is the force of nature.
It is portion of Montana, touching on where I lived previously. Once again, not as windy as it is up north. They get quite a bit of wind as Nuanez. Another foul ball.
And that one was like off his foot. He's walking that off for a second.
This is quite the battle here between Nuanez and White.
Yeah, he's really walking that off. He kind of bent down for a second and got back up. Yeah, a lot of those foul tips that'll just hit your ball. Like or hit your foot rather. The ball will hit your foot off the bat. When it goes really fast, even if it's just off your toe, like that really hurts. You could have the best cleats, but gravity won't stop, and you will feel it.
And Nuanez doesn't have any type of protective brace or anything. It doesn't look like on either of his feet either. Another payoff pitch. Strike 3 called in the outside corner. And the battle, in this instance, won by White to end the 7th inning. Paddleheads get on the board, though. Score once. Leave the bases loaded. Score is 17-8. Headed to the 8th inning on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
Time now for the Mortgage Minute with Bill Darling.
As our lives return to normal and the world opens, one thing we're seeing are price increases in everything from groceries to gas and lots more. What does this portend for interest rates? This is Bill Darling with Primary Residential Mortgage. So far, mortgage rates have remained subdued despite inflationary pressures that might indicate otherwise. The reason short-term and mortgage rates have stayed low is simple: actions by the Federal Reserve to support economic recovery. The Fed has held the discount rate close to zero and have continued elevated purchases of mortgage securities. This puts a cap on rate increases. The current Fed stance is likely to continue for a while and should keep rates low for the remainder of the year and into early 2022. So, for now, while prices of everyday items increase, mortgage rates aren't one of them. For professional mortgage financing advice, call Bill Darling at 542-1972. Primary Residential Mortgage, 2112 Dixon Avenue, Missoula, Montana 59801, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The sun is setting later and the weather is getting warmer. What sounds better than sharing a bottle of wine or beer with friends in the backyard? Why not both? Gordon's Market has an amazing selection of wine, beer, cheese, cured meats, and more to power your good times finally reconnecting after what has been a long pause for all of us. While you're there, choose from a selection of gourmet entree and salad choices to make an evening of it. Located at the corner of Higgins and Spruce, Gordon's Market, Missoula's oldest grocery store.
Turning to the action here at Allegiance Field in Orgren Park. Little battle ball in between innings.
Ooh, for our TV viewers who are seeing that, I mean, that is painful. And for our radio folks, basically you got two, I think either they're fans or they work with the paddleheads who have these little bubbles around them just running into each other.
Yeah, think Jake Gyllenhaal, Bubble Boy.
Exactly. Just think of Bubble Boy. That's all you need to picture if you're not seeing it right now on the radio. You know, it's the 8th
Bubble
inning.
Boys running at each other and bang. Low man wins, as they say in football.
Yes. Speaking of little man football, you got the 8-man football all-star game that took place in Butte today. That was interesting. Got those highlights on Montana. We had those highlights on Montana Right Now. You can also go to montanarightnow.com/sports to check out highlights of that event. Alex Eshelman was at that event. She has all the highlights for it. You've got a new pitcher on the mound.
New pitcher is Mark Simon. Mentioned him warming up in the bullpen the last inning. Hard throwing right-hander. Not a real big guy. Out of Houston, Texas. Another one of those guys in the clubhouse that is a very personable personality. Always a guy similar to Kita De La Cruz. He'll always shake your hand and say, how you doing? And, you know, you always like to see that. And there was something I saw also that our radio listeners may remember from last week in Idaho Falls, as the first pitch in this inning is fouled straight back by Miles Miller, who has had a nice night swinging the bat. 3 for 4 for him. But I believe it was the second game of the series in Idaho Falls against Chuckers last Sunday. Saw Mark Simon in the bullpen as Simon delivers this pitch, and it's a swing and a ball hit into left center field. Should be playable for Aaron Bond, who makes the play in left for out number 1. Not Aaron Bond, it is Akins out in left field, beg your pardon. Bond out in the right, 1 out in the inning. But back on topic with Simon, he was in the bullpen down the left field line. I noticed that a child got his attention in the bullpen, and he wasn't pitching that day, so it's just kind of hanging out down there. As Christian Funk now gets into the box, still looking for his first hit of the night, and there's a broken bat. Ball going right back to Simon, and he will flip an underhand to Ullman for the second out. 2 very quick outs recorded by Simon here in the top half of the 8th.
Talking about Simon and, you know, comparing him to De La Cruz's personality, it's kind of interesting. You got one glaring difference where Simon's one of the shortest players on the team at 5'9", and De La Cruz is the tallest at 6'6". Right. So, big personalities regardless of size, you know? That's what I say.
Big breaking ball from Simon there, a good one on the outside, 0-1. But back to what he was doing with the kid. Kid got his attention, went over to him and gave him an autograph, and that would have been fine if that was it. But as the 1-0 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch misses low, 1-1. But what does Simon do? He starts playing catch with the kid out of the bullpen. Like, I just thought that was such a cool moment as the 1-1 pitch is on the outside for strike 2. And think about a little kid. You know, the kid was, I don't know how, you know, probably 10, 12 years old. He'll probably remember that moment for the rest of his life. He got to, you know, eyes light up and get to play catch with a professional baseball player, and a pretty good one, as Simon strikes out Galindo to end the top half of the 8th inning. Very quick inning for Mark Simon and the Paddleheads. We are headed to the bottom of the inning. 17-8 your score. Missoula way out in front on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX Montana.
If you're planning to hit the road this summer, now is the time to take your car and truck to Crawford's Automotive. Crawford's Auto on West Broadway does any work you need on any vehicle you have. To make sure you're running soundly, take it to Crawford's Automotive. Get your brakes checked or replaced at Crawford's, and the job will be done right every time with Chase Crawford personally doing the work on your vehicle. Take your cars and trucks to someone you can trust for all your automotive needs. It's Crawford's Auto on West Broadway.
If you haven't stopped in at the Eagles Lodge lately, why not today? Ask your server about daily drink specials and enjoy brand new gaming machines. Lunch is served Monday through Friday from 11 to 2:30. Remember, Wednesdays and Thursdays, trivia starts at 7 o'clock. Karaoke is at 8. Proceeds enable the Eagles to make generous donations to local fundraisers and charities like CASA and Big Brothers and Sisters. Come on by today. Everyone's welcome at the Eagles Lodge in Missoula on South Avenue next to Rose Hours.
Bikers Against Bullies presents the COVID Run 2021. State Park Invasion, June 12th. All bikes and cars are welcome. Registration is $25 and starts at the Grizzly Harley Davidson at 9:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. Kids 14 and under are free. The Bikers Against Bullies COVID Run 2021 ends with a block party. Music and fun at the Lewis and Clark Park in Steveye. Live music by Redline Entertainment and barbecue from Up and Smoke Barbecue. Details at bikersagainstbulliesusa.com.
Turn into the action here on SWX Montana and ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM. TV side sees some kids having some fun. The fire pits are fired up at Allegiance Field at Orgren Park, and there is still time to have some fun this weekend with the Missoula Paddleheads. Mentioned Kids Free Day coming up tomorrow night with thanks to our friends at ATG Cognizant at Eagle 93. Kids under 10 with an accompanying adult will get in for free. And also on Monday, in a partnership with Stockman Bank, in the final game of this 3-game series, we will celebrate local nonprofit organizations that make Missoula so special. Help us help local organizations as we donate 50% of select group sales to participating nonprofit groups. That's Missoula Monday to wind out this 3-game series. New pitcher on the hill for the Boise Hawks. It is Lizardo Herrera. Herrera making his second appearance of the week opposite the Paddleheads. Pitched in the game on, let me get my days straight here, pitched in the game on Thursday back at Memorial Stadium, making only his third appearance of the season out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Big, tall, lanky right-hander.
Yeah, same size as De La Cruz. Talk about 6'6" pitcher. I mean, it's a dual matchup right there. And while we're talking about those TV shots with the fans and the beautiful warm fire pits, got to give another awesome, well-deserved shout-out to our camera crew of Jack, Jackson, Posey, and Gwen. Again, they are part of the strong glue that makes up this amazing broadcast team.
Hats off to all you guys. And believe it or not, talking about height, we saw this from Boise earlier this week. Not the tallest pitcher on the mound is Herrera.
Really?
John Buechele.
Oh, yes.
Is actually taller. John Buechele, who we saw last night in Boise, is 6'8". 0-1 pitch is on the outside. And tallest man in the dugout for Paddleheads
is Michael Schlacht.
Yes.
It's actually not De La Cruz, it's Michael Schlacht. He's 6'7".
Correct.
See, that's how you know he's really the top boss, the big dog, if you know what I mean. Literally.
Yes, I think I know someone named a big dog. He appears usually on Friday nights, if you know what I mean.
See.
2-1 strike count. Brandon Riley, the hitter, 9-1-2 spots due up. Pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, shallow left field. This one could be playable for the shortstop, Funk, and it is, who puts it away in shallow left. Wasn't sure if it was going to be Harris or Funk out there, as it was Harris coming screaming in from left, but it was easier for Funk to make the play. Out, and that will bring Clay Fisher into the box. All the success we've seen for Missoula's order tonight, Fisher, the one batter, not having a great night to this point. 0 for 6.
Ooh.
But you look at the hitters after him, Thompson, Navigato, Gatewood, Almond, of course, Bond, and Akins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters after him. They all have at least 2 hits in the game.
Yeah, and then Navarez has 1, so really everyone else in general has a hit.
And Brandon Riley is 2 for 4 also.
That's right, Brandon Riley. Couldn't forget about that. So there you go. All but 1 have at least 2 hits, and then really everyone in general just has a hit except for him.
A 1 pitch to Fisher, missing up high. Ball and a strike. Just count on Clay Fisher.
That's not to take away from anything he's done today. Actually had some really great play on defense from short, some really nice throws, but some nights it's just not your night, and tonight's one, but provides the opportunity to come back out even better. You never know, tomorrow he could go the complete opposite and go 5 for 5 for all we know. That's the thing with Pioneer League baseball, is you just really never know. You have, a Zach Almond who hit for the cycle today. You don't know what he could have tomorrow. It could be the very opposite. It's very interesting to see.
Lead is 9 for the Paddleheads here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Fisher takes a strike on the outside. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 17-8 your score. Fisher waiting, and there's a swing and a foul. This one headed to a favorite spot or close to it once again. Down the right field line, it was almost headed for the party deck. It seems like every other foul ball we see is going out there.
I think, we had 2 in the 7th. Just saw one now. We had a couple earlier, maybe around the 3rd or 4th inning.
Fisher battling. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball towards short. Funk has it cleanly. Throws to first in time to get Fisher for the second out of the inning. That will bring Thompson into the box. Cameron Thompson. Thompson 2 for 4, has 4 runs scored tonight.
Tough night for Fisher, making 0 for 7.
Thompson jumps into the box, and looks like I wasn't the only one thinking that Navigado was coming up, as it was his walkout music that played as Thompson comes into the box. Action going in the bullpen down the left field line for Missoula. Hard-throwing right-hander Dazon Cole is up and getting loose. First pitch on the way to Thompson is a called strike on the outside. Nice professional debut for former Kansas State Wildcat. College baseball still going on around a lot of the country. Super Regionals taking center stage this weekend. So there's a foul back. Neo 1-0-2. My alma mater, University of Oregon, actually hosting at PK Park this weekend. Got to represent my Ducks, right?
Actually, I've seen some pictures of that place. That's actually a really nice park. Matter of fact, George Horton, who's one of the assistants to Michael Schlacht, was a head coach at Oregon.
That's right.
Not long before he came here to Missoula.
That's correct. As there's a swing and a high pop-up. Very shallow left field. Looked like Funk, the shortstop, will backpedal and indeed will make the catch to end the bottom half of the 8th inning. Top 9 coming up. We'll see. It looks like Dazon Cole will come on to pitch the 9th inning. Missoula leading 17-8 on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 and SWX Montana.
Hi, this is John Stegmeyer, Executive Director of Mountain Bike Missoula, Missoula's voice for mountain biking and public access trails, and we maintain over 100 miles of local trails. MTB Missoula is currently building multi-use trails on Mount Dean Stone. We also provide dozens of volunteer opportunities, spring, summer, and fall. Membership with MTB Missoula supports public access, land stewardship, and trail development. To join or renew, go to mtbmissoula.org.
This message is brought to you by Rob Fleming at Man Mortgage, 704 West Sussex, Missoula.
Graduation is a once-in-a-lifetime milestone for both students and their families. RP Ellis has just the memento to commemorate your students' accomplishments and your own. RP Ellis is the only jeweler in Missoula to display the Rolex crown, a Rolex timepiece for your valedictorian, or a piece of beautiful gemstone jewelry for them to cherish as they adventure into the next chapter of their life, or a heartfelt gift for the parent who helped you raise such a good kid. RP Ellis Fine Jewelry has the perfect gift. Baseball is back and the Missoula Paddleheads season is in full swing. The Garden City has long loved its minor league baseball team, and now Missoula Squad is back with a new mascot, new logo, and a new independent league format. So get out and catch a baseball game. Grab a ticket for you or surprise a group of friends at GoPaddleheads.com. And if you can't make the game, tune in to 102.9 ESPN Radio for all the live play-by-play action this summer.
Back to the action one more time in the 9th inning. Beginning things in this half frame will be the hard-throwing right-hander out of Pontiac, Michigan, Dazon Cole, making his 5th appearance out of the pen. Was impressive on the road trip. He actually had saves on 2 consecutive nights in the series against the Chuckers. First pitch to the backstop on that fastball, 1-0. Cole was very impressive against the Chuckers last week in Idaho Falls. There was a radar gun in the stadium that they showed, and he was hitting 98 miles an hour on the gun.
Wonder if he'll ever hit 100.
Throws very hard. Pitch on the way. Fastball again up high. Cole, a little bit amped up to start this outing, and right away, Dean Nuanez is going to go out and have a word with Cole, seeing something that he doesn't like. And if you're there from picture on the TV side, Cole, very strong. Not a big guy at 5'9", but he is muscled up, and actually he's got the nickname Big Swole.
Yes. Yes, he does.
His teammates. 2-0 on away. Fastball. That one finds the zone on the outside. Strike one.
Yeah, Hideko Gonzalez, on the previous pitch, not that one, but the one before that, it was a ball, ducked away because it was so fast. Kind of ducked away again that time, except it actually ended up being a strike, because you're right. I mean, it's just that heat kind of gets you a little afraid, especially when you're so close to it. Once you taste it, it's kind of overwhelming, you know? It's already a 2-2 count.
As we see on the TV side, some kids chasing down a foul ball. Pitch on the way, 2-2 is left upstairs. Full count now to Ezequiel Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Meyer. 5, 6, 7 spots here in the top of the ninth in a 9-run game. Fastball, bounced foul, third base side. 17-8 is the lead for the Missoula Paddleheads, looking to make it 4 in a row against these Boise Hawks. Doing a good job paying homage to the Osprey. Another payoff pitch. Fastball, bounced foul.
One of those many tough at-bats we've seen from both sides so far today. Even in the top of the ninth inning when it's 17-8, these guys just love to keep it going, and I love it. It's just that energy never dies down.
Pitch on the way, 3-2. Sky-high fly ball, straightaway left field. Akins cruising over into left center just a little bit, and he puts it away for out number one. One down in the ninth, just 2 more to go in this 17-8 ball game. Missoula cruising right along. And speaking of cruising, looking at other final scores from around the Pioneer League tonight, Ogden stays hot. They have been playing fantastic down in the south, the Southern Division. Missoula will see them a number of times this season. They victorious again, 18-1 over Grand Junction. They move their record to 12-1 overall. Idaho Falls, they stay hot as well. They've won 5 in a row as the 0-1 pitch is taken inside to Ricardo Sanchez. 1 gone here in the 9th inning. Mentioned 5 wins in a row for the Chuckers. They defeated the Vibes tonight, 16-1. It's Sanchez who's homered in this game. Pretty nice game overall for Sanchez, 3 for 4 on the night. The other final score in the books in the Pioneer League, Billings, a come-from-behind victory over Great Falls, 8-7. 2-1 offering from Cole. Fastball pops the mid of Nuanez, but misses up high. Count now 3 balls and a strike. And for a pitcher like Cole's used to save situations, always interesting to see how he reacts coming into an outing like this. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball blew it right by him on the inside. That one had some mustard on it. Full count. You could hear the pop of the mid all the way from up here in the booth. Payoff pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called in the inside corner. Wow. 2 down in the 9th. Hawks are down to their last out as we have just now passed the 11 o'clock hour local time.
Oh, has it really? Wow, I didn't even notice. That means it's been almost 4 hours. It's still not over. Still got 1 more out.
Corey Meyer will be the batter. It's been a fantastic night offensively for the Paddleheads. 17 runs, 19 hits, 1 error committed. 8 runs on 13 hits, 6 errors for Boise tonight. First pitch fastball up high for ball 1. Corey Meyer tonight is 0 for 4. Last chance in the top of the 9th inning for the Hawks. Another fastball misses up high. And that kind of seems to be the trend of this inning for Cole. He's been able to record a couple of outs, but has missed a fair amount of times with that fastball up above the belt. See if he can find the zone here. 2-0. Fastball. This one catches the top of the zone at the belt.
He heard you. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna get it above the zone or into the zone this time," and he did.
Count is 2 balls and a strike. Cole, a deep breath on the mound, gets the sign from Nuanez, who sets up in tight. Fastball comes up and in for ball 3. 3 ball, 1 strike count.
It's a good check swing there.
Miles Harris would be next if Corey Meyer can keep this inning alive for Boise. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Blew it right by him. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Good pitch location there. The fans that have been hanging around likely get into it here to try to get Cole, get a strikeout, and get to the end of this ball game. From the first base side, payoff pitch, swing and a foul. We'll reset and do it again. Boise Hawks down to their final strike here in the top half of the 9th inning, trailing 17-8. Corey Meyer waits on the 3-2. Swing and another foul straight back.
I think I've lost count of how many at-bats just have been never-ending so far in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Both sides have seen a lot of long at-bats. That last at-bat for Dean Nuanez immediately comes to mind. Over a 10-pitch battle there. Ended with Nuanez striking out. We'll see if Corey Meyer win this night with a strikeout. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew it right by him. And that is the end of the ball game. Missoula, behind a fantastic offensive performance from Kevin Allman, are victorious. Final score tonight, 17-8. When we come back, more from the ballpark, and we'll wrap things up here on ESPN Missoula, 102.9 FM and SWX, Montana.
Hi, I'm Montana Secretary of State Christy Jacobson, here to make sure you have what you need to vote in the next election. Montana voters have several options when it comes to voter ID. Some common examples include a Montana driver's license, a state, military, or tribal ID, just to name a few. Whether registering or voting in person, find the complete list of acceptable IDs on our website at sosmt.gov or contact your county election office. Thank you for voting, Montana.
The next time you break a bone, injure your joint, any joint, neck to toe, sprain a ligament, pull a muscle, or wake up with back pain, skip the ER and go directly to Missoula Bone and Joints Orthopedic Urgent Care on Mullen Road. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., Fridays, 8:30 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 until 2. No appointment is needed for urgent orthopedic injuries and conditions. Missoula Bone and Joint. Quality care from people who care.
Run Wild Missoula invites the community to join in with their Run for Missoula virtual race series this summer. These races will provide an incentive and reason to lace them up, keep training, and give back to the community in a meaningful way. Join in on the fun and sign on up for the upcoming Rainbow Romp. Complete this 12K virtual race by June 13th. Funds raised for the Rainbow Romp will go to support folks in the LGBTQ plus community who have been affected by COVID-19. Sign up and learn more today at runwildmissoula.org.
Back here one last time at Allegiance Field in Oregon Park of victory for the Missoula Paddleheads on a Saturday night, 17-8. The final score as the fans in Missoula sent home happy in the first game of this 3-game series. Missoula keeps the bats rolling. Another victory, the 4th of this week already. And man, what can you say about this Paddlehead offense led by Zach Allman, who came into this ball game swinging an extremely hot bat, and he does that and even more, hitting for the cycle. How was that for you to see?
This is the first and only time I've ever seen anybody hit for the cycle in person in a baseball game. But, I really can't say I'm shocked. One thing I kept harping on during the broadcast that Michael Schlack, the manager, told me before the game is that, Zach Almond is calm, he's collected, he's enthusiastic, and it's even enthusiasm that he says spreads into the dugout. And every time he was at the plate, whether he was down in a 1-2 count, first pitch, had a smile. There were times where he choked up his bat, including his third at-bat. I think that's where he got the double, or the home run, rather. I think that was his home run. One of those at-bats, the third one, at least. And he was just smiling, choked his bat, and that's where he got a home run, actually, yeah. And he was just so energetic, and you love that enthusiasm, and you love to see a guy who's so positive have positive things come his way,
Absolutely. It wasn't just Zach Almond. If you look at the order of the paddleheads, Thompson, Navigado, Gatewood, Bond, Akins, and Riley. All of those batters all finished with at least 2 hits in the game. And that, I made the comment, called it Murderer's Row, when I was on with Coulter Nuanez earlier this week on his show Nuanez Now, that you can see here on SWX and here on ESPN Missoula 102.9 FM. And that's really what this offense attack has been. It has been just such a tough order, 1 through 9, and it sounds like we are going to hear from the man of the hour down the left field line, Zach Almond, who is getting set with some microphones and stuff like that with the cameras, and we are going to hear his thoughts on his performance tonight.
And a quick note I want to make before we ended up getting to Zach Almond is talk about those 2-hit batters. Cameron Thompson, it's his debut, the Pasadena, Texas native who came from Kansas State, had 52 stolen bases in college, saw one of them today while he was running, and it was just amazing to see his debut. He ended up going, looks like he was 2 for 5, but made 3 appearances on the bases. And it looks like we have Zach Almond connected with us right now on the broadcast. Can you hear us, Zach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Glad to be with you. This is Jeff here with you, Zach. Obviously a fabulous performance tonight. I just got to ask, when you were rounding second base, headed for third on that triple, did you know what you had just accomplished?
Yes,
one of those 3 players signed an autograph ball. And if you know anything about launch ball,
I'm not a very good runner, so I don't hit many triples, but I hit it, and I saw the guy was going back. I knew I got it good. I didn't know how good I got it. So as soon as I hit first, I was like, I got to get 3, got to get 3. I've always wanted to hit for the cycle and never have, so it was a huge accomplishment.
And what does it mean for you? You were a member of the Osprey, kind of wearing the old uniform from back in 2019. What does it mean for you to come back to Missoula and have that accomplishment made for you?
It means a lot. The people here are amazing. When I got the call, I was signed with Fargo, and I got the call that I was traded here. I couldn't be more happy because this place is awesome, a beautiful ballpark, and just like I said, all around great people, and it's good to be back to play here.
Zach, I got to ask you, I talked to Michael Schlack before the game, and I was trying to, understand what makes you you. And the one thing that he told me is, Zach is just a cool, collected guy. He's a Southern guy from North Carolina who's laid back. Being from Kentucky, I kind of sensed that, and I saw that at the plate today. You being so laid back and relaxed, how do you maintain that, especially a situation where you're down 1-2 in the count and you hit a home run like you did today?
Baseball's very tough. It's a very hard game. You just kind of got to go out and play to have fun. And that was my goal this year, is just come out, play, have fun, and let the things happen that are going to happen. In that situation, I just stayed to my approach, fastball, adjust. I got 2 strikes. I wasn't worried about the 2 strikes, as more or less I was just ready to see the ball over the plate and put the barrel on it.
And when you got that home run, sticking with that, after you hit that, how long did it take you to realize you were just a triple away from hitting for the cycle?
I'll be honest with you, it took me about 2 innings, and I got to thinking about it, and I was like, man,
I need a triple. And I was like, that's going to be hard to get. I got to hit it at 409. That's where I got to hit it. And thankfully, I hit it to the 409 and was able to leg out the triple.
Now, looking at the rest of your team, Zach, you look at your order 1 through 9, just about everybody had at least 2 hits. What does that say about your offensive approach and the work that you've been doing to get to this point?
Man, we're a very talented team, 1 through 9, even the guys that are on the bench. I mean, it's really impressive, I'll be honest with you. And each guy up there comes to the ballpark every day ready to work and put the work in that they know they have to do to be successful on the field. And
Season tickets on the line.
All right, I guess my last question for you, Zach, is, I mean, you came into this series hot. You're even hotter than you were coming into today. What's it going to take to slow you down? Like, is there anything that can really stop you at this point?
Oh, man, it's baseball. You never know. Like I said, I'm just going to come out each and every day and enjoy this game and be thankful for everything that I've been blessed with and so far. And if it falls my way, it falls my way. If it doesn't, that's baseball.
All right, Zach, thanks again for the time, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Zach Allman, everybody, the man of the hour. A fantastic ball game, hitting for the cycle, finishing 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, also drew a walk, continuing what has been an absolutely fantastic week of baseball for the man from North Carolina. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Missoula picks up the win, 17-8, the final score. Join us tomorrow night for more baseball from Allegiance Field at Orgren Park, 5:05 first pitch. Boise Hawks and the Missoula Paddleheads. For my partner, Mohammed Ahmad, I'm Jeff Safford. We'll see you next time on SWX Montana on ESPN Missoula, 102.9.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress on 102.9 FM, ESPN Radio for Missoula and the Bitterroot Valley.
I love that little square off him and Krejci had, spearing each other. Never have enough spearing in the game as far as I'm concerned. So I thought he was great, and he's getting better every game.
That is all we've got on the ice. That was fun. We have some not so fun news for golf fans. That's coming up next on SportsCenter All Night.
We're back on Monday, and round 2 is underway with the Nets taking game 1 from the Bucks. We'll tell you why the Nets may not lose another game this entire playoffs. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin, Monday morning on ESPN Radio.
This is SportsCenter All Night.
Man, how can you afford gas for that big SUV? I pay less for gas than everyone else. I got the free Get Upside Gas app and get up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas. Hold on. You're getting up to 25 cents off a gallon with the free Get Upside Gas app while I'm paying full price? You know it. People earned over $1 million last year. You just got to take a picture of your gas receipt and bam, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm downloading the free Get Upside Gas app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code UP for a 25 cent a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next tank. Just download the free Get Upside app at the App Store or Google Play and use promo code UP. Save money on gas on every fill-up. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code UP. That's UP. Visit getupside.com for terms.
The NBA playoffs continue.
Gets the foul and scores. Donovan Mitchell takes it to the rack.
The drama.
The tanking that they did flabbergasted me. Gutless approach to the playoffs.
The passion.
We can push guys around too. We can talk as well, and we can get a win with it. So what you gonna do about it?
The unforgettable moments.
Good from straight away. 43 for Devin Booker.
The NBA playoffs continue on ESPN Radio and on ESPN. Chene and Golick Jr.
With all of the change that's getting ready to come to college sports, with all the other leagues that are popping up as alternatives for one-and-done caliber players in college, with all the name, image, and likeness, with the transfer rules that have popped up, all these things, if you were a coach that was Mike Krzyzewski's age, in his 70s, and maybe had already contemplated retirement, that extra added load of work and changes to your job might be enough to push it over. And I saw a lot of people pushing back on that. Like, I am the biggest proponent for all of those things on earth. I don't know what Mike Krzyzewski thinks about those privately. Publicly, he has supported those changes in college athletics, name, image, and likeness, supported players getting a little more of the pie. Even those of us who support it have to acknowledge it's a lot of extra work for the coaches and the